lead to an alchemist in the Blacklight district, Tony, Baltramar, and Goo fought and subdued said alchemist that Baltramar referred to as the Plant Queen. What knowledge will our heroes gain from this alchemist? Find out in today's episode of The Windless City.
And welcome back to the Dungeon Master's Tavern. I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our characters.
Hello, my name is Eric, and I play Baltramar.
Hello, my name is Dalton, and I play Goo.
Hello, my name is Presley, and I play Tony.
Alright, last time our intrepid adventurers were helping Frank D. Fortune to investigate the death of his friend Henry Stone. It's not unusual for people to go missing, especially lately in the Windless City, but it is unusual for someone of high protected status like Henry Stone, the owner of the Dwarven Mines, to go missing. And now that he has gone missing, we followed the clues throughout the Windless City. They led us through the sewers. We found a bloody crimson rag. And we also found a lot of green slime and some plant-covered infected creatures. Along with finding these plant-covered infected creatures, which were goblins that they killed, we got led straight to the church. They didn't find many answers there, but they did realize that who they were looking for was likely an alchemist associated with the church. They tracked them down to the Blacklight district, the basically seedy criminal district, or the poorer district of the Windless City. And while they were there, they fought a alchemist. And they managed to subdue her and knock out her many carnivorous plants. And that is where we pick up, with our adventurers just having knocked her out. So what do you all do?
What do y'all want to do? Y'all want to
If I remember correctly, Dalton was the closest person to her. So I'll let you have first discernment of what you want to do.
Yeah, you're in her workshop. There is a giant dead plant that she infused with magic, basically laying on top of her at this point. And you are standing beside her, probably still holding the bottle of poison that you shoved down her throat forcefully after you stole it from her.
Rogues.
Gosh, dude.
I want to try to, who's the strongest? You?
Yeah.
I want to point at him.
I'm in my day form.
Point at him and go, I am Goo, and like make a push movement.
You want me to shove her?
No, shove the plant on.
Oh.
I'm pointing at the plant.
Shove her
pushing.
awake.
I'll be like, yes, my friend. I shall assist you.
I step out of the way.
I walk over. And I just want to like push the plant off of her.
Make a strength check, because this is about a 50, 60 pound giant piranha plant.
This will not be a problem. 16.
Yeah, you roll that bad boy. Right off of her. She's laying there. She's looking rough, but she's alive at this point. She's breathing. She is not conscious in the slightest.
So I'm gonna look at her. Looks like she's had worse for wears, my friend.
I am Goo.
Maybe we should have gone a little easier on her.
Frank walks up and he's like, you can't go easy on crime. You go easy on crime and it spreads like these vile plants. He's actually going to pull out a set of handcuffs from his pocket. He's going to handcuff her while she's unconscious. So she is now unable to really do anything.
Just her arms?
Yeah, he basically carries around a set of handcuffs. He's not got more binding than that.
Okay. I was going to say,
You guys are welcome to do more, but that's his standard practice as a PI.
I want to take out part of my some rope on my burglar pack. Tie her feet.
Yeah, roll performance for me. I want to see how how well it's tied up.
While they're doing all this, is there a way I can like look around the shop see if there's anything?
Yeah, we'll get right to that in a second.
2.
A 2. Yeah, so the rope's around her a couple times. It's tied
Just like loosely.
tied in a loose knot, but it's back behind her back, and she's handcuffed, so it's not like she can reach the knot, as far as you could tell. Presley, you said you wanted to look around?
Yeah, see if there was like anything.
Cool. Yeah. What are you looking for in particular? Where are you searching? Do you think? Because we've got a couple of planters near the front of the room. They've got these large red plants that you guys never really messed with. There's a couple of grates.
Does she have like a main like desk like near the back?
Yes, there is 2 alchemy basically tables and a couple of bookcases and some giant green cauldrons of liquid, more like a vat actually. It's
I
kind
want
of
to like check the main desk, see if there's like
Yeah.
there's any like secret compartments and like any drawers.
secret compartments. Okay, yeah. Roll investigation for me.
10.
Rolled a 10. Let's see.
Rookie numbers, baby. Get those boys up.
All right. You don't really see anything in the way of secret compartments. However, it looks like she was in the middle of distilling this last night. Didn't quite get it finished to use it, so it might not have its full powerful effect that she was hoping for. But you found a potion.
Nice.
You can go ahead and read that off if you'd like. What its effect does.
Lightning, temperature of energy.
Don't be shy. Share with the class.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got? What
The effect is it get instant short rest, but there's a side effect, and after 1 hour you crash, which is a -1 on your next 3 saving throws until a long rest.
Yeah.
Dang.
Basically, a energy drink that she was trying to make that gives you the effects of a short rest. So you quickly get the benefits of maybe a couple spell slots, maybe some health points. But a couple hours later, you're going to crash hard, and you're going to have a hard time accomplishing any tasks for quite a few rolls. So yeah, risk reward.
Use it wisely.
Yeah. And it's got a price on there too if you'd rather just sell it later and not take the risk.
40 gold.
I'll take the risk.
You want 40 gold? Give me.
No, I don't want. No, screw you.
I'll sell it to you.
No. Baltramar needs no aid from your funny drink.
Frank's like,
Maybe your little friend and I could use it.
My little friend. And he like looks down at his pants. He's like, there's
Not
nothing
that
little
little
about
friend.
Frank's like, general standard practice at this point is, we take her down and we book her with the local city guard, just up the road. He's like, they'll question her. They'll definitely arrest her at this point. We've got enough evidence, but there's a lot of missing threads at this point, so I don't really think they've got a full case. They'll likely hold her and investigate starting at this point.
I want to investigate first.
Yeah. He's gonna say, yeah, that's not quite what we should do, but I think it's the best course of action. at
Is
this
there? Can I look around and try to look for
Um,
any secret compartments or anything?
Yeah, so yeah, there is already a secret compartment open that he found a potion in. Doesn't look like there's much else, but there is still the vats, the second desk. He inspected the one that's kind of over alchemical equipment, vials, beakers, things like that. There's one with their paperwork on it. There's also a bookshelf.
I want
that's
to
in there.
investigate the bookshelf, see if there's anything secret in there.
Okay. Yeah. So, is there anything in particular you're looking for before you roll? Like, kind of things you're checking. Like, where are you looking?
Anything linking her to the church.
Gotcha. So you want info on her in the
Like,
church,
She
probably
might have
from.
like a letter
Okay.
in one of the books hiding or something like that.
Yeah.
Easy
Go
on
ahead
that.
and roll for me.
Oh, you're moving the table a lot.
And this will be inspection.
Inspection or investigation?
Investigation. I
That's,
don't know what I went
16.
for. Yeah, so you do find a book of transactional records, and it's just basically a binder that she keeps records in of things that she's been ordered to make, what her payment is, and where she delivered it. You can flip through it. Not a lot of it is of use to you. There's a lot of basic potions, things like you guys just
I remember
found.
we got a letter from her between her and Stone.
Yeah. There was definitely
off
some...
her desk when I slipped in first.
Yeah, there was an interaction between her and Stone. Something was ordered. You also find what looks like a later invoice now. Someone at the mines has still been buying something from her. It looks like some kind of acid, but that's all you can tell. And it's continued being purchased since Stone has disappeared, but it's actually increased in quantity. So it seems like when he went away, they went into overdrive and started buying more of this.
I'm gonna pocket that.
Okay.
I want to write a note to my, I want to write a note to my, boss, Leo Olkovici, saying our progress and that there hasn't been basically nothing
Yeah,
tied to
okay.
our family.
You're basically updating him on your investigation, saying that nothing's really happened involving the crime, but you're updating him on what you found, basically. Stuff. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Do you wanna? What do you just kind of pocket that for now to send off later, or what are you doing? Okay. Cool. So he's over in the corner. He's writing a letter. He's pretty disinterested in what's
Until I can
happening.
find a messenger bird or something.
Oh. Okay. Anybody want to do anything else in here, or what do we do next? She's unconscious.
I want to try to wake her up.
Want to try to wake her up?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna try to wake her up, but I'm gonna
Slap her.
Okay.
No, I don't want to hit her. I might kill her.
So, yeah, what do you try first?
Is there any water nearby? We're in a laboratory. Is there any clear liquid?
There is some water running through the grates below. It looks like it's irrigation for the plants in those grates. And there is also some bluish, kind of looks like water, but maybe a little cloudy and bluer, in a vial on her alchemy desk.
That sounds scary. I just want normal water. If I can
Normal
break
water.
open one of her irrigation pipes and just
Oh, it's just a grate with just water flowing below it.
Oh.
You can just reach down that bad boy and you
Oh.
had something and get water.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to try to take the grate off and then pick her up and dunk her head in it.
Oh god. All right. Yeah, your strength's pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a 17.
Yeah,
strength.
that grate's no problem for you. You're able to lift it off. I won't make you roll for that. And
I'm gonna pick her up and then stick her head in the water.
I'm gonna have you roll a medicine check to see if this is actually going to do any benefit. If you
That's a 5.
5. Yeah, she's coughing up water in her sleep now and struggling to breathe.
Let's find out what we can know. And I just shove her head under the water
Yeah.
and bring it up. Nothing.
Yeah, no, you've basically filled her lungs with water and she's attempting to cough it out. Still 100% unconscious. She almost drowned.
I'm gonna go, well, I'm out of ideas.
Okay. So, anybody have any other ideas on what you want to do, or do you gonna wait for her to wake up, try and take her on your
I
own?
say just you carry her.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty small, so wherever we're heading next, I don't know where we're going, but I'll
Okay.
just be all right, well,
What race is Frank?
Frank is a human.
Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose we'll just wait until she wakes up. What do you say?
I am good.
Very nice. I throw her over my shoulder.
Okay, so you can try and find somewhere in the Blacklight District to go with her. You can attempt to take her back to a previous location you've been to as well. Do you want me to send you a map, actually? Do you guys want that?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I didn't think of that. I pinned the map to the conspiracy board on the wall for decoration. And forgot that was the map you guys.
Oh, also, if you want to see the artwork that our lovely Dungeon Master has made for this campaign, you can find all of this on the Patreon. The link will be in the description. $10 will make you a tavern keep. You will get behind-the-scenes footage to everything that we have to offer, including artwork and templates for your own campaigns. Yeah, go over there and support us, guys. If you like the show, which we hope you do.
So yeah, as Eric was saying, all of these will be available on the Patreon. I'm going to be rolling them out as I finish them. They're going to be fully completed modules like you would use out of the player's handbook. And for that $10 a month, not only will you get access to these as they roll out to potentially implement them in your own style campaign, by the end of it, there will actually be the entire set to run the Windless City along with our other campaigns. So you'll be able to run the exact encounters, or as much or as little as you want, or just make a whole new setting in this world. Alright, so yeah, there's the map. You guys are in the Blacklight District. You could attempt to smuggle her out, or you could go somewhere in the district.
Oh yeah, because if we're walking around the streets with pretty much a corpse on my shoulder.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we're with the investigator, so.
Yeah, keep in mind, Frank is a PI. He doesn't typically make arrests, but it does occasionally happen.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, we should find somewhere safe to interrogate her. So,
I thought we were taking her back to the guards.
I thought we were taking her
You
somewhere.
can take her back right now, or you can try and find out info on your own if you want to try and wake her up somehow.
What do you think we should do? Tony, do you have any ideas on what we should do?
Not really.
As a crime mafioso, probably sent to deal with people on occasions, you don't have anything you want to try?
Do you not know anywhere where we could take her to wait for her to wake up for questioning?
Take her to a dark alley.
That's your idea. I like it.
You guys want to do it? Okay. So yeah, I guess you walk out, and there are several dark alleys. There's even the one where you met your friend that gave you information.
That I bribed.
Don't go there.
That you
because
bribed, yeah.
Someone's been there.
Yeah, so there's that alley. You see maybe two more. There's one over by the inn where you stayed the night. There's a couple close alleyways.
We don't want anything close to where we're staying. The farthest away from where we're staying.
Farthest way, so you want to head further into the city.
Into the Blacklight
Yeah,
District.
the Blacklight District.
I feel like the Blacklight District would be a lot easier to.
Yeah, farther away from guards and stuff.
I feel like it'd be easier to hide illegal actions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if that's what you guys think, we can definitely do that. So yeah, when you come out, you've got the same direction you came from, where the inn is, where the guard tower is, and then there's another path going the other direction, main street. You've got a lot of shady-looking little shops, a lot of unmarked buildings, a lot of residential kind of rundown buildings, and there's alleyways between all of them. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or are you just gonna keep heading that direction?
Just find
somewhere.
Find an alleyway where it's like a dead end, where
Like-
there's only one entrance, one exit, so we can
Gotcha.
see who comes and who goes.
Fairly dark.
Really dark.
Okay, so it looks like there's an art studio kind of place that sells art. It is closed down entirely, kind of boarded up, and then there's an alleyway, and then you see on the other end of that there's just a general goods store.
What if we just go in the
We
art
go
store?
in if it's abandoned.
Is
that
it
what you're
abandoned or
saying?
is it just closed?
It is. They are out of business, and they've got the front door boarded.
Oh, we're going in.
I want
I
to
agree.
squeeze myself in and see
Okay, so yeah, it's not secured, so I'm not gonna really.
stealthily.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to be stealthy, roll some stealth. See if you can do it without anybody seeing you.
18.
Okay, yeah, between the fact that people don't really mind too much what other people are doing as long as they're not involving them in the Blacklight District, and the fact that you rolled pretty high, you get in there pretty easily.
I can go through one inch. And
Yeah, there's not a lot of interest in here. Just boarded up, broken door. Looks like maybe some people, homeless people, have broke in and stayed.
can I
There's-
find one of those entrances that people already broke in and lead them to it?
Yeah, there's a window on the side in the alley that's just open.
Is it small enough for me to fit through?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a
Or
normal
big
size.
enough for me to fit through.
It's a normal size window you'd see like on a house, and it's just kind of one of those ones that you undo the latch and you slide it up. Maybe it's a little wider than a normal window.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you probably have to like walk on your hands a bit to get in.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
open that bad boy up and let them in, I guess. Okay, yeah. So Frank's like trespassing. All right, and he's like, I'll wait outside. Y'all let me know what happens.
I'm
I
chaotic.
don't think it's a good idea for me to be in there if they come around.
I'm chaotic, neutral.
Suit
so I-
yourself.
All right.
We will have all the fun.
And
So-
I like kind of like hand her
Yeah.
passed out body
Yeah.
inside.
Can I pick her up?
Do you want to try to pick her up, or do you just let her flop on the floor?
No, I would try just so she doesn't
Gotcha.
take any damage
All
and
right.
die.
Go strength
She goes.
for me.
She
See
goes
how good
through
you
your
do.
goo.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad because I have no bonuses.
You kind of give a little bit, squish a teeny bit, and then you
Squish
just
it.
firm right up, and you just kind of cocoon around her and just carry her over, just place her wherever you deem
Yeah.
fit. There's a couple
I
of
think
countertops
we should
and
go
stuff.
to like the center where noises can't
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's also a lot of canvases on the walls in here, you notice, which might provide some ample sound canceling.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice,
We picked
so
a good
can shoot
spot.
it.
Yeah.
I want to take her to the center where it won't echo,
Okay.
but it won't.
I'm gonna look back and be like, Tony, you and what
was his name?
Frank.
Frank.
you and Frank should stand watch. You come inside and just watch the window. I hear you're quite handy with your little piece.
You can say that.
trying to give you a confidence boost because I know you'll never be as good as me.
And I just turn around and walk in.
Saw that coming a mile away.
Roll emotional damage. No kidding.
Gross psionic damage.
Take
Yeah,
your.
he's unfazed.
You get
Yeah.
a headache.
But he keeps the pain down deep inside. We continue on. Yeah, you can place her, and you guys can attempt to wake her up. She seems like maybe she's not in as deep of a sleep, and she's definitely not drowning anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna get in her ear, really close in her ear, and we'll be like,
Excuse me!
and then
Sure.
kind of knock on her forehead.
She just goes, "Wah!" and just kind of rolls and falls off the table.
I pick her up by her shoulder. She's fairly small, isn't she? Or at least compared
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I can give you her exact size and weight here, actually. Yeah, she's only 4 foot tall and maybe 120 pounds. She's not that
Yeah,
big.
so I just pick her up by her shoulders and I set her back down, and I want to proceed to
Be like, nice of you to join us. Good morning.
She just right in your face. She doesn't say a word. She spits in your face.
Smack. Hair in the face.
Baltramar. He's going to take one hand and he's gonna wipe the spit off of his face, and then he's gonna look at her and be like,
That was a mistake.
and I'm gonna brandish my axe, and now I'm going to threaten her and say,
You are going to answer every question I ask you truthfully and honestly, and if I get the smallest inkling that you are lying to me, I will remove your head from your wretched shoulders.
She looks at you. She goes, "You've got some nerve. You know, my customers are the church, the elite, the mining corporations. I run a legitimate business."
Well, you better have a will in place for someone else to take it from you, because if you do not tell me the truth, even if I think you are lying to me, I will kill you.
She goes, "You've already ruined my work. What more do you want?
I want you to answer my questions.
Do you have any?
I do, in fact.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're taking time to think of them with your little brain."
You are quite the interesting little woman. Now, I would like to know what you have been selling to the mining district. I know that you have been selling things to them. I just want to know, first of all, what it is.
It's a liquid fertilizer. I think that's about all you could understand.
Why would a mining company need a fertilizer?
That's their problem.
So you genuinely don't know what they're using it for.
I want to roll insight as she answers me.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll for me.
Woohoo!
That was close to the other one.
That is a dirty 20 on
Okay.
insight.
So, before I tell you what you glean from this, I'm going to tell you what she says. She looks back at you and she says, "It's more that I don't care. It's a fertilizing compound that I make by combining various different acidic plants." And she says, and what you glean from that is maybe she has suspicions of what it's for, but she genuinely just didn't care.
Well then, if you do not care, I have another question for you.
What was crap? What was the guy's name? The ring?
Henry Stone.
Okay.
What was your relation with Mr. Stone, Henry Stone, the
Sure.
man we are currently investigating his death?
She goes, it's unfortunate. You have to remind me who that is?"
Henry Stone.
And I pull out the ring.
Her face goes pale. Just straight pale. She sees the ring, she realizes you've found the ring that she had. So,
And I was like, we found this in your belongings.
she goes, "What is that?"
I'm gonna hold my axe up above my head and I'm gonna go,
Don't play games with me.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
Goo walks over, and in her head,
Mm-hmm.
"Tell us what we need to know." Oh, that's
and
horrifying.
you just see, you've two seen my
Yeah.
falchion, me pull it out of its sheath.
Yeah.
It's gone now, and you just see my hand transform into the falchion at her neck.
Like, have you just like absorbed it?
Yeah.
You like broke it down in your body and became the sword?
So
I dig it.
one whole
I am
arm.
the sword.
Basically, how my character is looking, that's what is pointing at her
That's very
throat.
nice. If you want to see what his character looks like, I'm sure it'll be in the editing.
Yeah.
And just tell us everything.
Yeah, so this black, goopy, shadow demon-looking dapper man in a suit
Yeah.
has just made a sword out of his arm, held it up to her throat at this point.
Like the point
Yep.
just forms and goes right to her Adam's apple, like barely touching.
Yeah.
Like one little step, and she's gone.
That's horrifying.
She says, okay, I know who Henry Stone is. He runs the mines over in the Dwarven District, in conjunction with the head dwarf, and she goes, I'm not real familiar with him, but I've had dealings with him. I know he works in the Merchant District. I know he didn't purchase a lot, and this ring was given to me to present as evidence I was working with him when I made deliveries.
Is she lying?
Yeah. Inside.
Is she? Yeah, you can both roll insight.
You go first.
I got an 8.
I got a 17.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, she looks very nervous right now, and she's sweating a little bit.
So she's not telling the truth.
Yeah, she's freaking out a little bit.
With
and
my
trying
inside
to-
check, how much health does she have?
Oh, she's barely hanging on.
Like, how much? So.
Well, you guys did over her health, but chose not to knock her out, so one. One health point, yeah. You can't...
Never mind.
You...
I was gonna.
Slap her for.
No, I was gonna do my psychic damage.
Oh, God.
With
Trying
my
to rip-
hand.
You'll
like,
kill her.
Yeah, I was trying to do like Kylo Ren style.
Yeah, she's also very nervous because how bad of shape she's in. So yeah, what do you do after she says that? And you don't really know if she's telling the truth at all.
So-
You don't think she is.
So he can hear me as well.
Yeah.
So I'm connected to him. Are you 30 feet away?
He's at the
I'm at the
window.
window.
Yeah, he's at the window. You
So
guys
is
are in the
that 30
middle.
feet?
You're probably around about 30 feet.
I've probably forgotten the plan.
I'll say because I'm trying to keep quiet. He can't hear me
Yeah. Okay.
telepathically.
Yeah, he's just watching the window.
So them two goes.
Assuming.
I don't think you've ever heard me do this before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I go. I know you're lying, and like, kind of lean in, but have my sword still, like my arm like this, just still pointing at her.
She looks at you and she
'cause
realizing
there's
it's
no
you
mouth,
in her
no
mind.
noise, just
Um,
eyes. Just,
And she just yells at you, screams at the top of her lungs, "Stay out of my head!" And she has no idea what all you have, but she's realizing you have some kind of telepathic abilities and are in her mind, for all she knows, digging. So she's going to become a little bit more forthright. She's like, fine, I'll tell you. Just let me tell you instead of digging it out.
What time of day is it?
Oh, that's a good question. You attacked her pretty early in the morning, but you guys had a pretty lengthy fight. You've also drug her around. I'm going to say it's a little after midday, maybe like 1 o'clock at this point. Yeah. So, yeah, she looks at you and she goes, all right, the robed fellows. I'm sure you've heard of them, the Crimson Robes.
Yes.
They did something with Henry, some sort of business arrangement from what I understand. I'm not really in on the details, but they did something with him, and they didn't really want people to know. So they've given me the ring to go and say on his authority that I was sent to let the dwarves know that they are allowed to continue the mine without his input currently, and that the head of the mines can continue working and as he sees fit. So that's why I've still been fulfilling orders. They wanted me to continue. That's all I know.
Do you know where we could find these robes?
No, I don't keep contact with them. They come to me.
Well, I have no reason to not believe you.
The fact she's lied 20 times. You're a very gullible fellow. Anyway, continue.
do I find that to be the truth?
I mean,
Do
are you
am I
still trying to
scared
check
her
inside?
enough to make sure?
Yeah, she's she legitimately thinks that you're either going to rip the info from her mind or kill her at this point.
Okay. After she says that, Blade's still in the same spot.
Yeah.
I want to just stand back up like where I was.
Okay.
I'll be like, well, I believe we've gotten everything out of you that we need.
She goes, well, let me go.
I'm gonna be like, not exactly.
I'm gonna put her in a chokehold, and I want to like knock her out again.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll. You succeed. Actually, roll performance for me.
See how well your chokehold does.
See how accurately he chokes her out.
Oh God.
Kill the girl.
Snaps your neck.
Yeah. Oops.
6.
6. Yeah, you don't kill her, but you about did. You about murked her. She's barely breathing at this point. She's much worse condition than she was before. You should probably get her somewhere quickly.
I
Yeah.
suggest next time we just gag her. And then you just see my arm go back to my normal arm and just start walking towards the window.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And we're like, alright, now we shall go to the guard station. We've got everything we needed.
All right. You guys climb out the window, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
Frank asks you, did you get anything? I heard some commotion.
We actually got quite a bit of information regarding the mines and the red robes.
Goes, Crimson Robed fellow. Like that part, like we found, sounds like she may have been at least telling part of the truth. Do you got any leads?
I believe that we should start with the head of the mining facilities.
She said the ring. And I'm doing telepathic to him.
Gotcha.
So, she said the ring. Oh, you too. You're there too. So,
Yeah.
all four, everyone around me can hear.
Yeah.
So, she said the ring she was given to command the dwarves to continue to work.
Okay, yeah. Frank's like, all right, seems like the church might be wanting the mines to do something. Wanting them to continue what they're doing. It seems like Henry may have been, it's just a theory, may have just been in their way. He's a pretty by-the-book fellow, that's why we got along so much. He's a rare sort in the city. He goes, I think we better get her to the guards. It looks like she's a little worse for wear. Yeah. So you guys take her back to the guards at this point? Or?
Yes, but I'm hiding.
That's what I was gonna check if you just waltzed up or not. Okay.
I am like keep on transforming into my slime to a regular person,
Yeah.
like going in the shadows, following.
Okay. So Frank's gonna look at you and be like, Baltramar, I heard you to be muscle. Can you carry her? It's been a rough day.
I would be
I'm tired.
honored to
Alright.
carry.
Alright, so throw her over your shoulder, I guess, and you'll head out, or how do you carry her?
I just kind of like, I just throw her over my shoulder. I've got my arm
Sack
around
potatoes.
it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Tony, are you going with them, or are you kind of hanging back?
Does my family have like anything against the guards?
No. So generally, the way that the family runs crime is very organized, and like even though they know you're criminals, they don't have anything on you if you're doing your job, right? So they can't really do anything about it. They don't like but they don't arrest you on sight.
Then I'll just walk up with Frank and
Gotcha.
Baltramar.
Okay, old goo, roll stealth if you're actually gonna follow them. Thought you were about to roll on that plate.
16.
16, yeah, you're stealthy. So yeah, you guys walk up to the guards, and at first they're a little abrasive. They see you holding someone they know to live nearby, knocked out. Someone that brings a decent bit of revenue into the community as well, and they just, from the top of the wall, you hear one of them go, "Halt! What do you think you're doing? Where are you taking her?
We were actually bringing her to you.
On what circumstance?"
The circumstance that she's involved with the murder of Henry Stone.
They start to speak up, and you see who looks like might be the commander actually standing by the gate, just kind of holds up his hand. And they all go kind of silent at this point. They realize like he's saying, "Hey, be quiet," because he sees Frank. He's aware of Frank. Who you're actually seeing at this point is Alexander Brighton. He is a tall, man. He looks like he might be general human, but something about him is a lot beefier, a lot more built up than you would see in normal human. Alexander Brighton. He is
The head of
head guard of this area, at least from what you can tell. At this point, he is a elderly man, maybe in his 65s, 70s, but he is absolutely jacked. And his guard uniform is kind of just, he's taken the coat off, because how it normally goes is they've got their coat, and it's kind of tucked into, real formally, their pants, their belt is pulled over it, to sort of kind of look like one piece, and their coat kind of buttons up like a Civil War coat. His is totally unbuttoned off his shoulders and just kind of hanging loose behind him. He's shirtless, he is absolutely jacked and ripped, full-on white hair, looks like a mountain of muscle. And I've actually got a picture to show you guys, and the people at home will be able to see a little bit more high-resolution version of this online. Yeah, this man is ripped. This is not someone that you think you'd want to mess with. And he's got quite a reputation in the city that, as you stay away from the guards, you probably wouldn't know. You, being in the crime family, would probably be well aware of different people. So you would know, you'd probably be the only one to know, that this is actually one of the 12 heads of the guard, they call them. They're basically the highest ranking members under the actual lead guard.
How big is he in comparison to me?
How tall are you?
Crap. I believe I'm 8 foot.
Yeah, you're about the same height as this guy. You're just two mountains of muscle staring each other down. Unmovable object, unstoppable force, just looking at each other.
Yeah.
He also is carrying no weapon. Yeah.
I look at Baltramar and I lean over. I'm like, if I were you, I wouldn't mess with this guy. He's one of the 12 head gods of the city. You get in a lot of trouble if you mess with him.
Well, first of all, I can't hear you all the way down there. You're going to need to speak up.
Okay.
He goes, Frank, what's the meaning of this? And he just totally ignores you all, starts talking to Frank. Frank's, yeah, we've got some evidence. And do one of you all have the bloody cloth at this point in the ring? Who's
I
got
don't.
that?
I've got the ring. I don't know who has the cloth.
I think it was Frank.
But
I gave it to Frank.
Gotcha, so you did give him to Frank. Okay, I didn't quite remember all
I'm
that.
gonna take my shirt off.
Frank pulls it out and he goes, Alright, this happens while you're doing that, because I'm going to say it takes you just a minute to do that. So Frank shows the cloth. He mentions that they also have the ring of Henry Stone, and he says, yeah, we've got this cloth. We believe this belongs to our suspect. And you see, he hands it to him. He's just kind of, Alexander's kind of just studying it. And he says, and we've also found the ring of Henry Stone in her possession. We believe he is unfortunately in bad shape or deceased at this point. And my investigation has also proved she has quite a mountain of evidence. Not enough for a full case, but as you can see, I think this is enough that you all will see why we had to take the measures we did. We tried to arrest peacefully. She resisted, locked us out, initiated combat when we entered the premises. And he goes, I trust you entered it properly. And he goes, yeah, totally. And let's see if he convinces him, actually. Yeah, he convinces him.
Yeah,
we're good. Ian, yeah. So
holding your shirt.
he goes, but I think she needs some medical attention. So he goes, all right. And he goes to take her from you, Alexander does. He sees that you're just shirtless and she's laying on the ground now, while you're just like, do you pick her back up or you leave her laying there? What do you do?
Like, I just wanted to take off my shirt and stare at the man.
Gotcha.
So you
just
don't pick her up?
flex, posed up, staring at him.
Yeah, you know, like the bodybuilders that kind of do this position and like flex all of their muscles. That's what I'm doing. I'm like,
So you think you're bigger than me?
So he walks up to you, and he kind of just looks you up and down, and you see this stern, chiseled, just hardened face suddenly just brightens up like a child. And in his normal tone, where he was talking like this before, it changes to, oh my God! And he just immediately massages your arm and goes, quite spectacular! And then he flexes.
I'm like, yes! Finally a man of taste.
And he flexes. He sticks out
Goo
his
face palms himself, hiding behind one of the crates.
yeah, it's just back and forth of like,
I knew you would appreciate this.
And just starts doing bodybuilder poses. He gets like down on one knee and flexes his calves at the same time.
I want to dap him up.
yeah, he goes in for it, slaps you on the back while you're dapping it up.
How well is this dap?
Oh, let's roll for it. All right.
Dap.
That's a natural 20.
I got a nat 20 as well! I'm not even kidding, dude!
It's a good dap, bro.
You guys dap it up, and you just, through the whole
It is-
blacklight district, just
Listen.
hears, BAM!
Shockwave.
Yeah.
It is the dap of all daps. I
Yeah.
just and lock
My
onto them.
goodness.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah. He goes, I like you. The shockwave, you hear it knocks shingles off the buildings behind you, and they crash and break on the ground. Yes!
You hear car alarms going up.
Yeah. So maybe some horses neighing, scared at their carriage at this point. There's not any vehicles of that similar sort in this area of the poor district. But yeah, he goes.
That was incredible.
Yeah, he goes. I see you've keep good company, Frank. And he goes, all right, I'll get her medical attention immediately. And he just picks her up like she weighs nothing. Just grabs her by the waist and just throws it over his shoulder and walks into the tower.
Is Frank stronger than he's letting on right now?
No, not Frank. Alexander.
Oh.
Yeah.
The dude you just
This-
dampened
Oh
with.
my gosh.
This man is
That I am now
Married to.
probably obsessed with.
Yeah. He turns back as he starts to open the
Where'd
door
you
and
go?
he's handing her off. Oh, you want? Okay, you can keep it. Yeah, they handed it back to me. Y'all are welcome to keep it over there. I don't mind. The only reason a card's over here is because it's a character you all have not been
Where's the
introduced
paper clips?
to
I was
yet.
gonna put them right here
I put him in my bag.
so I can always see him.
Yeah, we'll pause for a second if we go. Well, here.
Where are those
We're not using the battle map
there's
right now.
one.
I'll just lay out all the characters and locations you've actually run into that
Oh,
I've
yeah.
shown the card for you. You
I'm grabbing
guys
a
can just look at
drink.
me anytime you want.
Can you give me one?
I got you. You guys want these same ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, as Frank is going back in the not Frank. Alexander's going back into the guard tower carrying. He opens the door, kind of hands off to a guard, and just looks back, and he's like, "I expect great things from you. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, boy."
I certainly hope so.
And you see, he just like goes like this and drops her like just some like skinny guard, like just by the back of her shirt, and he's like, and drops her, and they carry her back in there like. We'll see if she gets medical attention. Frank, you're welcome to come see her, question anything you need, as long as it's within reason. I'll do what I can.
This guy's incredible.
And yeah, at that point, you have handed her off. What is your all's plan next?
Like,
And they offer to let you guys through the gate. You guys are welcome to pass through the gate. They'll let you through. They're cool with you guys. The problem is he would have to sneak through the sewers. So you can either go back and go with him, or
Why does he have to sneak through the sewers?
he's
Or do
hiding
you
the
have-
guards.
Do you have anything on you that's I can squeeze 1 inch through? A vase or anything?
I mean, I've got a bottle of like potion.
Have you got like a bag of any kind? Or a backpack? Or
I can basically.
I've got a backpack.
yeah, you can go in it.
I can
You have to
go
go get
and
him.
stuff.
You gotta go get him, but yeah, you can do that. I'll allow it.
Okay, you can try to squeeze into my backpack.
All right, just roll stealth for me to see if you just sneak up and hop in there while they're watching Alexander carry her in.
21.
Oh yeah, you pass. You sneak right in that backpack. They are still amazed by the wreckage to the surrounding buildings where
There's a crater.
yeah, there's literally cracks on the sidewalk, in the middle of the street. But yeah, they open up the gate, and you all are welcome to go through.
That was like the biggest meathead moment I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
I know, it's great. So, yeah, you guys, are you heading back into the rest of the city, or anything
Yeah.
else you want to do here?
Yeah, well, I'll just be like, all right, we shall be on our way. I'm gonna look at Tony and be like,
do you know how to get to the mining district?
Can I roll a history check, see if I do?
Yeah, you're welcome to.
12.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's good enough. 12. Okay, it is the one over here known as the Dirkholm clan. They are the running clan, and it is going to be your 7, your orange. You guys are in the yellow section right now. Basically, it's all the way across the city. You've got to go through the market, potentially the church to get there. But you could go around the church and go through the market. It'd just take a teeny bit longer. So yeah, that's the directions if you want to communicate it to them.
It will take us all the way across the city.
Well, it is
North.
unfortunately something we'll have to do.
It's northeast.
Frings looks at you guys. He's like, it might be a good idea to stop by the detective agency on the way. It's not really out of the way. And on top of that, I've got some things I need to drop off. I don't think it's a good idea to carry this much evidence around without keeping it somewhere safe.
Wise words from a wise man. We shall stop by the agency on our way.
All right. So is that where you all head? Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, good.
Well, not necessarily.
You're hostage in the bag. You're welcome to speak to them, but and you're welcome to slip out once you guys get into the
I think
city.
30 feet's a little too much. 10 feet for
Okay.
my telepathic.
I'm cool with that. For just out of combat. You mean?
No, just
In general.
within 10 feet.
Gotcha.
'Cause
Okay.
30 feet's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys start heading that way, I guess. There, as you go through the market district, you're also welcome to, if there's any shops, things like that you want to go into, this is literally the marketing hub of the city. There are vendors, there are stalls, you see food stalls on the left, you see there is a blacksmith to your right, looks like there might be some potions shops, some scroll shops, various materials. This is truly the bustling heart of the city. Because you are going through the main section, which is in between the church and the large park in the middle of the map. So this is the most highly trafficked upper class area that you have to go through to get that direction.
I ain't got no money, so I can't tell you.
Oh dang! I could have cast frightened on the girl.
You practically did.
At third level, I can cast frighten, and they have to beat a spell save of 12.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
you did with that ring.
Good. I would like to just get some like healing potions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if you just communicate to the group, you're welcome to go in the potion shop if you would so like.
I'm going to buy some potions of healing. Not for myself, obviously, but ones that I can use on you if you ever find yourself in dire need of extra health.
Wow, thanks.
You are very welcome. I'm glad I could help.
Oh my
I
goodness.
follow him.
I'm gonna go buy some healing elixirs.
Right, Frank says if you want something, the shopkeep over there is a little weird. General goods and potions, Globgors, that's where you're gonna want to go.
Alright.
I go there.
Very nice.
I walk over.
Okay. So I have art, but I unfortunately haven't made a card to show you guys. I can show you on the phone if you would like.
Yeah, we'll save it
I'll,
for later.
Yeah, I'll describe it to you. So as you walk into the store, you see there's basically a giant potion illuminated on top of the building, and it says Globulars, General Goods, and Globules. And then it says plus potions, like in lights on top of the building. As you go in, it is overly posh but very cluttered. This is very much your magical general goods store, but there's also seems to be a potions alchemical person that works here that makes high quality potions as well. And you see that over at the counter, it looks like there's no one there. What do you guys do?
I would just kind of like
I'd be like, hello, is anyone here?
and I'd kind of try to just knock on the desk, but punch through it.
Well, it's actually a large wooden counter that spans the whole back. There's shelves lining behind it, shelves out the front. But yeah, you bang on this counter, and you hear from behind the counter. You hear like a dragging sounds, like sounds like wood dragging on stone. And you hear dink, 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 dink. A goblin climbs up onto his step stool, and he goes, "Welcome, welcome to Globulars! I'm Globulor. Would you like to buy
I
things?"
punch him. I'm kidding.
I go, I would love to buy things from you, small green man.
He goes, "Oh, good, 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 good."
Are we away from the guards?
Yeah, you're welcome to hop out at any
I
time.
hop out right when he says that.
And he goes, "Oh, you've brought more customers." This is a goblin in a green suit, gold buttons, gold trim. He is very posh, very fancy. Cufflinks, everything. He's dressed like the top of society, even though he looks like a little degenerate monster. And he's got purple hair, kind of goes up like a mohawk, but then swoops over to the side, kind of goes down to his ear, and he's like, welcome, welcome, what can I get you? I've got it all! And he just starts throwing random things on the counter that are like magic items, potions, all like of varying levels of quality, but as soon as he puts them there, he's so hyperactive, he's like, and look! And he pulls it back and throws something else up. He's just gone.
I'm gonna go. Could you slow down for a second? All I need is a elixir of greater healing.
He goes, I see what I got, I see what I got. And he starts rustling through. I think I have a couple here. Nope, they're over here still. I didn't grab those when I went over here either.
Oh God!
They're right here on the top.
You suck!
I do!
Who chose you? There's yeah.
He goes, fresh in stock, 2 potions of healing, just made them before you got in. And these are going to be 30 gold pieces. They restore 2d4 health plus 2. Common rarity, takes the action to use them. If you'd like to buy them, it is 40 gold.
Buy both of them, so
40 apiece.
so 120 for both.
80.
80. Wow, I can't do math. Yeah, I'll buy both of them.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it goes, oh, I'll have to make more, I'll have to make more. And those are both yours.
Sick, nasty,
The
brother.
only 2 he has.
You can ask him if he has more. Engage with him, ask him for things.
I show him my lightning, the short rest potion, whatever. I'm like, what do you think I can get for this?
What does it say as the value on there?
40.
40. Yeah, so you could trade that in. He looks at it, he goes, 31 gold. 2 silver.
40.
No.
35.
He goes, do I look like a haggle shop? And he like straightens his gold cufflinks.
You think you're so fancy, don't you? I straighten my tie.
And he goes, I see a man of culture. Surely not a poor man that must bargain over such trivial matters. So yeah, you can try and roll and convince him if you'd like. It's gonna be a persuasion.
I'll take that as a roll. That's terrible.
3! So yeah, what do you say to him when you're trying to persuade him here?
I'm just trying to bargain the price. Like, could you go 35?
He goes, since you asked, I'll give you 1 less silver than before. It'll be 31 gold and 1 silver now.
You suck.
I give him.
Good.
I'll take it.
Okay, are you just not wanting it, or are you selling it solely to buy something else?
I only have 15 gold, so I was just selling it to get more money.
Okay, Frank is there with you, and he sees you doing this. He goes, I can go ahead and give you your payment now if you let the shop.
Imagine being broke. I could never.
He goes, we practically
literally
already
could
finished
never.
the first mission that I had for you guys. We found plenty of info. He goes, I owe you money anyway. He pulls out, hands all 3 of you 250 gold.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
250.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
He goes,
for us?
yeah, all 3 of you get that. He goes, this is from Mrs. Stone. She gave you a little bit of a bonus. She said she liked you.
How much?
You all seem
350?
very thorough.
250.
250. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I hadn't paid you all yet. So he's gonna pay you now. But yeah, do you still want to sell it though?
Man. Imagine.
Because you are still welcome to, and you can add that 31 and 1
Would y'all
silver.
want to use this?
What is it?
It's the short rest potion, but after an hour you crash.
Basically,
Basi-
it's kind of like Frenzy.
You have disadvantage on like your next
3.
3 rolls after an hour, but you get a short rest just by popping it in one action.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do 32.
He goes, perhaps if you were buying something could be arranged.
Do you have another health potion?
He goes, why, I just might. And he starts digging around, rustling through things. It's like, I'll come over here and see if I actually have any more cards. I don't think I have any more cards. So this is only 1. Unless you want to count it as multiple, I haven't cut. But yeah, that's 1. It's just big because I haven't cut it yet.
Yeah, I'll make an arrangement.
And goes, all right, yeah, I'll give you the 32 if you buy the potion for 40. So he goes, that would be 8 gold, please.
Alright.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you got 8 gold, 1 health potion. I take this. He goes, sucker.
Yep, saw that one coming.
And he goes, what else can I get for you boys?
I believe.
I'm looking. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I say, I believe that'll be all, and I walk out.
Okay. He goes, all right, come back now. Remember, Gladmore's got it all. And then he like jumps on the countertop, does a little dance.
There's a little jig.
Yeah, he's trying way too hard.
You're stupid. Do it again.
So, anything else you wanted, Presley, while you're here?
Not really, no.
All right.
I'm gonna ask. Do you have boots of speed?
He goes, oh, I do, and he pulls them out. These are a pair of bright blue boots with what looks like astral speed lines just coming off of the bag. The bottoms are white, like ice white, and they're kind of glowing as well. And let me see how much that's going to cost, though.
4,000.
Probably it's a very rare.
He looks at you and he goes, normally they're worth about 12,000 gold, but he goes, I'm feeling generous. He goes, 8,000 gold. And just leans over and like pushes him a little bit towards you.
No thanks, I don't have.
He goes,
Talk out louder. No thanks, I don't have the funds. I'm sorry. And
okay. What do you do now? Are you starting to walk away or are you still there?
Oh,
He makes fun of you for not having enough gold.
do you have a potion of invisibility?
Dude, you're so stealthy. You're pretty much already invisible.
Yeah, you're a freaking rogue.
Didn't I already give you a potion of invisibility?
No, I only have a health potion.
That was me.
That was
Gotcha.
I have the Moonlight Masmia.
Yeah,
or
there's one of those. He pulls it up and he goes,
Yeah.
I just got this from an alchemist over in the Black Light. It's moonlight miasma. Ooh, scary. Hear the wolves howl. And he just slams it on the counter.
How much?
I like this
How
guy.
much does it say on it?
80.
Yeah, he goes, that'll be 80 gold.
I'll give him 80 for it. As you die from drinking
His
one.
voice is hard. But yeah, he'll do the 80. I didn't print 2 of those, so just write it on your character thing. I'll make more potions later.
And also, I want to ask, comes to mind, do you have gloves of thievery?
He goes, why, yes, I do. And he pulls out a pair of gloves, and you see there are a pair of brown, they look like high-class gloves, but there are little gray lines on them, and upon closer inspection, you can see each gray line going down the glove actually has some advanced, really high-quality thieves' tools built into the fingers.
Whoa.
And he goes, these are about 5,000. And he goes,
Huh?
you look a little short on change, perhaps sometime if I need a favor. I could call on you, very capable bunch. In exchange,
I'm not in there.
I could
anymore.
compensate with rewards.
I already walked out.
Need a drink.
His voice is killing our DM.
I love it though.
It's a very
I'll
good
take you
character.
up on your offer in the future.
He goes, I'll send you a message when I need you, or you're welcome to always stop by. He does like a little jazz hands.
Bag of holding, does he have any? You don't have to keep doing the voice. I'm just trying to soup up before we go.
Yeah, I
And
got you.
that's the next question.
Yeah, I didn't expect you guys to talk to this guy for an hour, but I'm having fun.
Next question. With my character, because I can squeeze through
Yeah.
1 inch, will a bag of holding conform with me or no? Because like armor can't.
It depends on the bag of holding, because bags of holding can be made from the artificial list in different sizes. So if you had a smaller bag made into a bag of holding, potentially it could, especially based on the material. It would just have to be a smaller bag with a smaller opening, so you'd be able to get smaller
Like
things
it
in and out.
only can hold like 100 pounds of stuff.
No, the carry weight would still, the weight and the weight it weighs and the weight that it holds is the same, because it's always the same on bag of holding. But this is literally on the artificer list. You can make them out of any bag. So like say you made it of a really small bag, it would fit, but the problem would be the opening would be really small. It's like maybe you could get a sword in and out, a gun, something small, but you wouldn't be able to like shove a guy in there, you know, it's just not going to work.
That's lame.
Shove you in
But
there.
smaller ones would probably be higher quality. But
How
let's see.
does he have any small ones
Mhm.
worth like 200 gold?
Okay. So he pulls out. He goes, "What kind of bag of holding are you looking for?"
A very small one that I can keep on me, that can go through 1-inch crevices.
He pulls out what looks like a little ornate coin purse. It's got like a little, like, you know, those metal clasps that are kind of like U-shape, and it's got like 2 little knobs coming up that click around each other. It's one of those. It's bright blue and it has a pink seashell on it.
No, don't want it.
And he's like, "I can get these custom made, as many as you like." He goes, "Normally 400 gold, unless you want to try and bargain."
Well, I said later bargain, but I'm
And how much did you say?
What about 250?
It was 250. He goes, "I'll tell you what. I'll sell it to you today for 250. But when you come back, bring me something interesting and sell it to me for a discount. Consider it an investment
Do
in
you
our
have anything
future."
interesting?
Just the
Just in
the
our
strange.
channel.
I have the strange book of runes that I got from the mansion.
I have the
Yeah.
cosmic brew.
He also goes,
much is-
"I'm interested in studying magic artifacts as well."
Will he take a health potion?
I'm not even in there at the moment, so
No, he sells those. On the
He
regular.
sells those.
Yeah, but you guys
I
could,
don't know if I could just
yeah.
give him.
You could show him any unique object too. He said he likes studying magic items.
I don't have anything.
I have the book of strange the strange book of runes, but
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't.
Y'all aren't.
I've already walked outside. I'm just waiting for everybody else.
I'll give him 275.
Okay.
Just 25 more. I'd be like, I'll try to find you something.
He goes, "Deal." He goes, "What do you want it to look like?"
All black.
All black. He's like,
And make it look like a dice bag, basically, like a small bag that can go through little holes.
Okay. He goes, "Tiny, get out here!" And like claps his hands, and you see another little goblin, about half the size of him. This one is only about 1.5 feet tall. This one's very small. Comes out. They've got what looks like on their size a massive backpack. It's really like a pocketbook on their back, but it's round. It's covered in all kinds of like little tiny artificer instruments. They've got a little pair of glasses on. She's like waltzing on over, and she's like, "What can I do for you? What can I do for you?" And he's like, "Bag." And he holds up the thing, and he goes, "Black." And you see she pulls out material, and she starts sewing, and then she grabs the one from him, and she pulls out scissors, and she just straight up cuts the metal part off the top, sews it onto the new one, hands it back to him. He flicks her a gold piece, and then she goes back under the cupboards, and like into like a little tiny doorway. It looks almost like a mouse doorway, but bigger, and just shuts a little door.
That is the funniest thing I've ever
He
heard.
goes,
That is pretty cool.
he goes, "I dare you to find faster customer service." And he hands it to you. You give him the gold. He said, what, 275?
Yeah, I gave him 25 extra for what I said.
Yeah. He goes, "I hope you bring something in next time, and hope you keep doing business here." And I'm going to stop doing that voice. We're done. He's done talking.
Goo's gonna just telepathically go, "With that fast service, you will." And then I grab the bag and walk.
Yeah, that was quite the interesting encounter.
So there's lots of shops, but this is the highest class shop in the Windless City for these type of items. He doesn't sell armor and weapons, but magical items that are like clothing and potions and general goods. He's got it all. So he hands you a little flyer, says all that on it, and he puts on the boots of haste that are boots of speed, and he just starts whizzing around the shop like as you're leaving. He's just having fun.
He said, "Screw you! I'm not gonna sell it to you, but I'm gonna."
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just absorb it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that'll fit through a 1-inch gap. It will carry 500 pounds, but the opening is...
What, like that?
Yeah, it's like 4.5 inches, 5
Like,
inches.
I could put small stuff in.
Yeah. Like, you could dump gold, anything you want to try and sneak that's like this big around,
Yeah.
like, yeah, like the palms of your hand. Like you
So
can
when you
stick
open
that
it,
way.
it's kind of like the bottom of this. Make sure that's closed, right? Or a little bigger.
a little bigger.
It's like the
Yeah,
bottom of
bigger.
this spills it everywhere.
Yeah. Like, almost the length of your cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right, so if we're all done, I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna start heading towards
I
the
spent
mountain.
half the day shopping.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I wanted you guys to go to the shop at some point. You guys mentioned that you might want to go shopping. I was like, yes, it's my chance.
What time is it?
In the game.
Yeah.
Um,
What time of day?
4:30ish. Frank also wants to stop by his detective agency still. You guys go with him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anything else you want to do, or we just, brevity's sake, go there?
I guess
Just go
brevity.
there.
Okay. Okay, so you arrive, you go through the door, and you see that Mrs. Stone is actually there talking to Philip. They're going over some briefing details. It looks like you see Philip looks up and he goes, "Hey, boss!" And he goes back to talking to her. They're kind of whispering in the corner. He's writing things down, and Frank goes over and he starts putting the bits of material that you guys have found, everything that basically you don't have on yourselves. So like letters you've given him, things like that. He's filing away in filing cabinets and Ziploc bags.
I give him the transaction book.
Okay, he takes it. He flips through it. He goes, He goes, this is pretty interesting. I don't know what happened to my voice there. It's shot. I gotta rein back Globgore's voice next time because that was too much.
Every time he does that character's voice, he does a cough drop.
I do. I need to have cough drops.
killed the DM!
But anywho, he goes, all right, I'm gonna start filing this stuff away, and he's putting it away. He starts looking through the book, and he goes, huh? She wasn't kidding. And he goes, they've tripled the amount of that acidic fertilizer they've been ordering. And he goes, I think it's high time we gave him a C. And he files the book away as well. So basically, do you guys have the ring still, or did somebody give him the ring?
I
thought
still
he
have
Okay,
had
so you
it.
still have
Oh,
the
you
ring,
have it?
but the
Oh yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, I still have the
cloth,
ring.
the various letters, the book, basically everything except for the deeds that you've stolen.
I thought I gave those.
Imagine.
I still have them.
You stole those from Mrs. Stone, Miss Stone's house, the late widow, and
Deeds
she's
to
currently
the
in the
mine?
building. Yeah, it's a deeds to about 3 of the mines. So yeah, it might not be the best time to pull those out, but I will leave that to your discretion.
No,
It's
there.
terrifying.
Yeah. So yeah, he files that stuff away, and he's like, yeah, I think it's high time we saw the mine. But Philip is there, basically the general bookkeeper, if you have anything to say to him. Mrs. Stone is also there, if you have anything to say to her, questions, anything, while you're there.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, not anything.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah, they're just kind of keeping to themselves quietly in the corner,
Particularly.
talking at Philip's little desk, kind of reception area. Sorry, you guys head on out of the office, and are you headed to Dwarves? Or are you headed somewhere
I
else?
say we just head straight there,
Just straight to the mines, baby.
Okay.
just for time's sake.
Yeah. Well, how far are we into this so far?
Hour and 30.
Probably about an hour.
Yeah,
Actually.
hour and 10ish. Okay. I just want to make sure I've got plenty of time because I don't want to rush anything. So as you guys go to leave, I'm gonna roll to see if something happens. Okay. You do see in the distance another blue flash in an alleyway.
I run.
You just-
I follow,
Okay.
just
I sprint with my-
cautiously
Cautiously.
cautiously approach.
I run into my.
You there! What business?
All right. I'm actually gonna have you roll athletics to see how quickly you get there.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, everybody that's booking it. If you guys want to book it, if that's your choice.
Athletics.
Yeah.
If we're Dex, can we use acrobatics?
11.
11. What did you get, Dalton?
15.
15. What did you get, Presley? 5.
I've only got an 11.
The two of you are lagging behind a little bit. Let's see. Frank sees you guys start running. He's not really sure why you're running. He came out last. He got a 2, so he's not really hustling. But you... Who rolled the highest? You? Okay. You round the corner, and you actually see 2 figures, all in white. There is... Blue doorway goes... closes, and they are standing there. They've got some kind of rock type shiny metal thing in their hands, and they appear to be tapping on it.
Oh.
And
It's a tablet.
yeah, and that's what you see.
It's the iPood.
Are they the same people that are at the manor?
And I pooped.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, was the original blue flash at the manor?
We saw a blue. No. When we were
So
going to the
Oh, yeah.
tavern.
basically, they're very tactically dressed, very loosely dressed as well. They've got full helmets on. You can't see a face.
Have we seen them or have
You've
we
not seen anything like this before.
Me and
That
him have the blue gate.
you've seen the blue flash, but
Yeah, but not the people.
you two would have no chance of seeing them. I'm gonna have you roll history.
History?
Yeah.
Straight 11.
Something feels familiar, but you can't place it.
How far away?
Dumb.
Well, he's the first one
Do
around
they
the corner,
see
so I'm
us?
waiting. Yeah, you were booking it. You
So
guys
they
were not
see
stealthing.
they see us.
Yeah, they see you around the corner. Do you do anything?
I'm just looking at them, see what they're doing.
So you just stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. I want to use my bonus action to hide.
To hide? You're trying to hide after they looked over and saw you? Run around the corner. I mean, roll stealth.
17.
Who goes there?
Yeah, you vanish into the
Like
shadows.
how I picture it is like I go around the corner, see him, back up. You know, like
Yeah. What languages do you guys speak?
common and ooze.
That's a good question. I can speak Common and Celestial.
Okay, what do you got, Presley?
Tom.
Okay. Oh, you don't have any second language?
Suck.
What? You get to pick a language if you're a human.
Yeah.
You should learn.
Orcus would make sense with your background, I feel, but
Yeah.
you're welcome to pick any language you want. Just
Yeah,
throw
I
it on
would
there
choose
right now.
just orc.
You should
Go
pick
with your-
Primordial.
Yeah, orcish.
Okay, you
No, wait.
maybe catch a word or two as you round the corner. He's disappeared, but
I'm at the corner.
Yeah.
They can't see me. You can.
Oh, I just run around the
well,
corner.
they saw you. They just saw you sulk away into the shadows and seemingly vanish. But they saw that you were there, and you just see the one tilts his head toward the other one. You hear sort of no idea what they're saying. You hear something that sounds like celestial, but it's not. You get maybe you hear a word that sounds somewhat like insertion, but in the context of going somewhere tactically. And like, think of if you were wanting to scout, and you were inserting a scout. So that's the context you get from it, but you don't really know what that means. You can't hear a word of what the rest of them say. They tap something. You see the blue doorway opens up. The one starts going back in it.
I want to throw my dagger at one of them.
Okay. Roll a hit.
How far are they?
They're about, I'm gonna say 20 feet.
Oh,
Oh, they're not
They're
that
not very
far
far
away.
into the
I thought
alley.
they were farther.
No, they just rounded the corner and were. Doing something.
17 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him. Roll damage for me. Which one are you aiming for? The one with the basically outside of game tablet. You guys don't know what it is into game, or the one that's going through the blue doorway.
The one that hasn't gone through yet. Like
Gotcha.
the one holding
Well,
the
there's neither
tablet.
one there. It's just the ones.
Wait,
punching.
how far are they?
20 feet. I can
Yeah.
throw 60
20,
feet.
25 feet.
No, I meant for me.
I guess the same, because you didn't really go into the alley. You just rounded the corner.
Max
Max
damage,
damage.
7.
7. You said, so yeah, he falls over and drops the tablet.
I want to use my pseudopod.
Yeah.
I have 10 feet. I'm gonna move 10 feet closer. My pseudopod grabs the tablet.
Okay, you grab the tablet,
Like
you pull it
sticky
to you.
hand.
I'm gonna have you roll inspection. Just look down and see what you see.
Sticky hand the tablet.
Or not inspection, is it?
Investigation.
Investigation. Why do I keep calling it
I
inspection?
don't know. That's a natural 1. I can't read it.
Yeah, you weren't going to be able to read it anyway, but you would have been able to potentially, possibly glean something. You don't
I
get
know.
anything, though. It is
I-
just strange,
I just see
bright
tablet.
flashes of light. Roll history. Right now, though, when you see this.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
16.
Images flash in your mind quickly. You think they're from your past. You see a white room. You see a sheet of glass in front of you, and you see something that vaguely looks like the outline of a figure in white. That's all you remember.
Interesting.
Yeah, this seemed to spark something in your memory. Yeah, but you have their tablet now. You see the one just holds up his hand like this, and he pulls out a all silver, kind of elongated pistol, got blue lights down the side, and he reaches up, and you hear, and you just start hearing various different languages from the realms.
Disengage.
Whoa.
And he is trying to find a way to communicate with you at this point.
Interesting.
What languages? You said Celestial, Orcish,
Ooze.
Ooze. The first one, let's say they land on his, I will just say Common. So Common says, you hear kind of a muffled, and it's,
Please disengage, citizen. I apologize for disturbing your presence. We're going to need that tablet back, or we are going to open fire.
I brandish I brandish Aquino, and I kind of just like widen my stance, and I'm like,
If you want it, come and take it.
Okay, this is not how I expected this to go. I didn't expect you to try and murder them on sight.
I'm
Right.
scared of what level they are.
What is your AC?
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, very narrowly you've missed this, but you're going to see the one on the ground actually pulls out. It's like a metal canister with a string out the back. Pulls it, the string rips right off. Kind of similar to a party popper, but a blue net shoots out, sticks to the wall beside you. He was clearly aiming for you. What do you guys do? Are you still intent on?
I just want them to leave. Like, I want to keep it. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to fight them. I just want them to leave us alone with the tablet.
The thing this magical rock that you have no idea what it is that you stole from them.
Yep, I just want
That's
it.
seemingly opened to this door, and you want to keep it.
Yep.
And you want them to leave.
They can't leave without the tablet.
Do you guys say anything now that he's speaking to you?
Well, I'm like, who are you?
Wait, whoa, what's he wearing?
They are in all white, looks like military, kind of. Think like 60s military, like with the.
In the future.
With the kind of cargo shorts, like commando look that like you would see in like a movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like that kind of baggy pants, straight white coat. It looks like it's maybe zipped up, and then like there's a fold that goes over the zipper, fully sealing it. And he's got a full clear helmet with a blue light under it. You cannot see a face. And at this point, he is going to go.
It's your last warning. Please stand down.
Who are you?
We would like to potentially open communications.
I have no intention of fighting. If you have no intention, as long as you tell me who you are,
I'm going to need that tablet back.
I'm gonna need you to tell me who you are.
Well, actually, you wouldn't hear the word for tablet, because there is no word for tablet in this sense in your all's language. So it's going to be like, I'm going to need that back from you.
I don't know what a.
Who has it? You have it at this point? Yeah, he points at your hand.
I hand it to you.
You hand it to me.
Yeah.
I grab it. And I'm
Can
like,
you read it?
Can I read it?
No, not a bit.
Dang.
I mean, you can roll to try and inspect, but you cannot read the text on the screen.
Anybody have keen mind?
I do.
Oh, but you can memorize what you see.
You can
I guess.
memorize and then ask later. You can remember a month.
Yeah.
So just look at it and then give it back. And then
9 on investigation.
You see there's a little black dot on the top corner. There's a little knob on the bottom right, silver, kind of like you'd see on the side of a watch. And it looks like a mirror with some blue text on it that you have never seen before.
I just want to, I want to use my keen mind to memorize it.
Okay. I'll give you a drawing of what it looks like later.
Like a month? Okay.
Okay. Do you give it back?
I'm like, you still haven't answered my question. Who are you?
All I'm at liberty to say is we are part of MCIG, Multiversal Conflict Intervention Group. You are interfering with our proceedings, and we are going to need to ask for that back. This is your last warning.
Are you asking or telling?
Roll initiative, I guess. I mean,
that
if
was
you're-
the last time.
if you're not gonna give it back, you're gonna be hostile still.
Well, I don't know. If they're kind of like, if they're not wearing red, I don't really care.
They're not. They are all in white and blue, and
So
they
they're
have
not the crimson.
silver weapons that look nothing like you've seen before. They basically look like a pistol, but much longer. And there's not an opening on the end of the barrel.
Give it back. Give it back.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna throw it. I don't want to walk over to them. I'm gonna chuck it towards them. Not necessarily at them. I'm just gonna kind of toss it.
Roll strength for me.
Yes, please, daddy. Should have gone with the first one.
What did you get?
10.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good. It's very
No,
good.
I kind of wanted to break it.
Jerk.
Okay. Get back home.
So yeah, it lands face down, scrapes across the pavement. He picks it back up.
He goes, thank you.
And Yeah, this is what they look like. You guys want to see an actual picture?
Just all in white.
Yeah, pretty much. Just looks like a white soldier with a kind of glass helmet on.
Interesting.
They just start to leave.
Huh.
They're going through the doorway that's still open.
Well, suck.
Anything you want to do? Anything?
I'm gonna, before the one that was holding the tablet, I'm like,
Can I have my dagger back?
the one that I.
He's like holding his wound in the background with it still stuck in, and he looks over at the other one. There's, and then he just pulls it out, pulls out a little canister, and sprays it right there.
Heals himself.
Flex it.
It just kind of seals it up and seals the hole in his suit. And they just throw it on the ground.
What's the color of the bullet?
It's red.
Very good question.
That is a very interesting question. They start to go through the doorway that's there. The one that's wounded goes through. The other one's punching something on his tab. Looks like he's about to step through as well.
I look over at Goo and I'm like,
These are very peculiar people, are they not?
did you get any of that?
I memorized everything I saw on that tablet.
Good. He steps through, and what looks like a blue just rectangle just shuts, and there is a perfectly burnt line straight on the pavement where it was.
Oh, cool.
Similar to like what you all saw in the grass before.
Oh.
So yeah, they're gone now. Frank is just standing there a little confused, and he goes,
Oh, did he see it?
yeah, he saw you all stabbing them and then throwing stuff back and forth at them at the very end. He goes, all right, the mystery thickens. And I'm going to have you guys, let's see here, roll for me. I'm going to have all of you roll perception to see if you notice something that happened.
Daddy! Nat 20.
Man.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You would have seen a little streak go past before the door closed.
Dirty 20.
From behind you guys. Yeah, you would have both seen it. You wouldn't have seen it.
A streak?
A black streak.
No, I have a 6 or a 4.
Yeah,
Actually.
you didn't see squat.
I have no idea.
But Frank goes, I threw Hunter's mark on them, and I've lost it, so they're not here.
So they're on a different plane.
All you know is they're outside of his range, but he did throw Hunter's mark on them.
I'm saying that out of game.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so they're gone.
You would know that.
They're nowhere nearby. This was not just simple short teleportation. Frank goes, I told you not to mess with the blue lights. I don't think this is gonna bode well. Do y'all generally just stab people that hold shiny things?
Well,
usually take the shiny things.
they were also at the location of the last time we were looking into things. I thought they may have something to do with it.
And at this point, I want to whip out like a piece of paper, and I want to like copy down everything that I saw on that tablet, and I want to show it to Frank.
Yeah.
And hopefully that means something.
You guys think about it. Well, you keep it for notes if you want my notepad. That's cool. I don't use it a lot when I'm over here.
You think Wesley's gonna take notes?
Just in case y'all want it. I mean, y'all had it over there. So that is what the text on the screen looked like. It was rounded rectangles with those symbols on it. You can see there are rows. There are 3 rows of 3 symbols, basically. And that's the best that you can piece together from what you saw memorizing the symbols. Anything you do with it?
I hand it to Frank. I'm like, does this mean anything to you?
He looks down and he goes, these 3 here look pretty similar. And you will see on the second row down, the 2 to your right, and then the first one on the next row look a little like Celestial.
Well, I can speak Celestial.
Okay. So, do you want to try and roll to read that, or
Yeah.
No,
okay,
if
yeah.
he can speak it, he can read it.
What does it vaguely
similar
say?
to Celestial? It's not
Oh,
Celestial.
What does it
Sorry.
vaguely say? It's gonna be what, intelligence or investigation?
Investigation, yeah, or history, whichever's higher for you.
Well, they're both -1, so 8.
8. One looks like cease. One looks like insertion, and the last one looks like it says return.
Interesting.
But these 3 words, even though they sound like it means cease being there and come back, those 3 words, as you know them in Celestial, have deeper meanings to them that do not go together in this order. So it seems like it means something should stop and something needs to go back, but they're not 2 related things.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's all you've got.
Alright. If I'm being quite honest, this looks like gibberish. Not much actuality to any of it.
Frank goes, I'm inclined to believe you. I'm not experienced with this. I barely write common. So, it's not my cup
You're
of tea.
literate.
I'm not illiterate. I only write common phrases in common. I can write your day-to-day message. I hire Frank for anything past that. Not Frank, he's Frank. I hire Philip for anything past that.
I wonder if Philip can read it.
So, yeah.
Good question.
So what do you guys do now that you've got that? I guess you still remember it. Frank's going to take that note, tuck it in his pocket. You guys can keep it just for
Yeah,
the
he
sake
can
of...
remember up to a month.
Yeah, you can keep that just because your character remembers it, but the actual note in-game, he's taken and shoved in his pocket.
So,
And I'll get a better version of it for you later than something sketched on a piece of that. Alright, so yeah, they're gone. And anything you guys want to do with this?
Let's go to the mines.
yeah.
Go to the
Just-
mines?
We shall
Continue.
go
on
to the
our
mines.
adventure.
Okay.
Continue on.
So yeah, you guys head towards the mines. I've not got any other encounters till you get to that area of anything to happen. Is there anything you guys want to do, or you just want
Yeah,
to
straight.
be there?
Just
Alright,
go straight there.
cool. You see that there is another gate similar to the one you passed through before at Blacklight, but this is much further from the church than before, and it's not as nice of an area. It's kind of the middle class area. There's not tons of Imperial guards. There's maybe one guard at the top of the tower. It's mostly dwarves running this part of the tower. This part of the wall. But there's not even an open and closed gate. It's just an opening at this part right now. They've got it fully retracted back, sealed off to where the gate is not opening, closing. It's just open. Free to walk through if you guys would like.
Yeah, I just walk through. I don't pay attention to anything. I'm just like walking through,
I'm watching everything.
Yeah,
I'm
gotcha.
following him.
trudging on.
So yeah, just a couple dwarven guards, one actual Imperial guard from the church. What's it?
I'm gonna read on him. Inside check on him.
Who?
The Imperial Guard.
Okay, yeah.
That is a 16.
You can tell he doesn't really want to be here. He looks a little agitated. You get the sense that he kind of looks disgusted, like this is beneath him. Like, he's got the duty that nobody wants.
Okay.
They don't really care to police this section. So yeah. Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, at the gate, Frank goes, the mines that he runs are over that way. There's a district office of the Dorholm clan over there, and they should be able to point us in the right direction of, and just, maybe don't be too forward with the questions. As far as we're concerned, they were just buying something. It's on the up and up. We have no proof of anything.
How about we let you do the talking?
He's like, it's fine with me. I'm just saying, mind your P's and Q's. Don't throw around accusations, because the second you shut somebody down, they don't want to talk anymore, the less we can get. They don't expect us for anything, we don't expect them anything. So leave it at that till we
Are
see
these
otherwise.
just regular dwarves or deep dwarves?
These are all
Like
deep
dark
dwarves.
dwarves.
Yeah, every single one's a dark dwarf.
So
You occasionally will see
Gray
regular
skin,
dwarves traveling
dark
through this
eyes.
district, traveling through the rest of the city. They're just like any other race that has moved to the city or that came down with the city when it sunk down. The natives of the cavern that the Windless city is now in were these dark dwarves.
So they're the Duer Guard.
Yeah, this is the Durgar. Mining civilization, and basically the city has come to them whether they want it or not. They're side by side now. It's pretty common knowledge that they were like pretty much the first settlers. in a cavern below where the city was. There used to be trade up and down. That's why the lift was there. Now it's been sunken down. The lift is still there, but now goes to the surface where there's no city. So yeah. Anywho, so yeah, do you guys head to that office? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. We just move
I'm
on.
following Frank.
Cool. So yeah, you head over to that office. You go in. You see they've attempted to make an upscale kind of nice office for clerical work, but it's still kind of gritty. The building is still very crudely built. It's stone with metal beams holding it up on the outside, bracing the building. It's very dark. Kind of like, you can tell they've cleaned, but it's still kind of gritty, and there's little bits of soil and rock where they have moved mining ores things through this office to look at them. This is more hands-on than anything, but they've made an attempt for a mining community to look very presentable here. And there are a couple of dwarves dressed in regular clothes, whereas all the ones you see in the city are in either armor or mining gear.
Oh.
So yeah, there's a couple sitting at desks. There's one at the back of the room with a bigger desk. You see Frank walks over, starts talking to him.
I'm right behind Frank.
Gotcha, you follow Frank. Anybody else doing anything in here?
Not necessarily, no.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, they walk up. His name is Durgar Darkholm. He is the one running the counter. Frank walks up to him and goes, hey Dur, got some business looking into Henry. He goes, it's a shame what happened to him. It's a real crying shame. How's the missus doing? And he goes, she's holding up as expected. He sits back to him, and Durgar just kind of shakes his head, and he goes, let me know if anything I can. I'm getting my accents confused here. They're too similar. Oh man. He goes, hey, let me know if there's anything I can. I'm doing Frank still. Just pause. We're
It's
gonna
default.
we're gonna cut that little section out where I that. He goes, all right. Just let me know if there's anything I can be doing to help. And you got any questions? And Frank basically asked him, so there's been some chemicals going in and out. We had to make an arrest on your supplier. I hate to tell you, she's involved in some other shady business, and we're just trying to figure out what all she's been up to. It looks like she's been shipping y'all a lot of stuff. We want to see if we can just find more information on her processes. And you see he looks a little agitated.
I fix it. While insight check while I'm standing there while he's talking.
Yeah, feel free to. Is that a 20?
No,
Oh.
I wish. No, it's a 13.
13. Okay, 13 is, we'll still say it's good enough. Anybody else want to roll to see if you figure anything out? Or
No, I'm just kind of like in the back.
you're just kind of waiting for this litigation to be over?
Yeah, just kind of
Okay.
listening.
Yeah, I got a
I'm
3.
standing.
Okay, yeah.
Just listening.
You just hear them talking. It sounds like general business talk. Sounds. The only thing you're focusing on is if there's any opportunities for money flow here that you can send back. You don't hear squat. But yeah, you see he looks a little agitated. Frank picks up on this too. Frank goes, "Hey, something the matter?" He goes, "Well, you see, we've had a bit of a situation, and the mines are closed right now. Number 3 and number 4. You're welcome to see 1, 2, 7, and 8. Those are the only ones we have running right now. The other ones have all caved in, been shut down. 3 and 4, we have to ask you to stay
I
away
want
from."
to telepathically to Frank. What about 5 and 6?
Okay, Frank just sort of subtly nods. He goes, what about 5 and 6? And he goes, cave in, unfortunately. We were
Insight.
mining a little too deep and a
Yeah,
little too
because
hastily.
he left those 2 out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good roll.
15.
You can tell he seems very agitated by the topic, but it seems like he is telling the truth. They did indeed cave in, from what you gather. It seems like he's telling the truth about that. So yeah, he goes, Frank goes, all right, thank you. We'll have a look around. We'll let you know if we have any questions. And yeah, you guys are free to go look into the mines, but they've asked you to stay away from those 2.
5 and 6.
No, 5 and 6 caved in. 3 and 4 they've asked you to stay away from. 1 and 2, 7 and 8 you're welcome to go through. They are the current mines that they are mining in.
I believe we, and I want to say this as quietly as possible as Baltramar, but he's not very quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, I believe we should investigate mines 3 and 4.
Or 3 and 6.
3 and 4.
Write it down. You have the notepads. I'm getting confused, even though I'm the one that said it. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they said 1, 2, 7, 8. Don't
Yeah.
go to 3 and 4, and 5
Yeah.
and 6. Click caved in.
Sorry, I was moving it back because we were shaking the microphone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So you guys go. But yeah.
I
So
should have took key mine.
Frank just kind of gives you a sideways glance when you say that, and you see
Me?
there. Yeah, he gives you a sideways glance. You see a dwarf over at his very short countertop making a pot of coffee, and he just sort of drops his cup and like gives you a little look, and he goes, "I don't get paid enough for this," and he just like starts cleaning up the coffee.
These are dwarves, right? So they are a very good bit smaller than I am at the moment.
They're
Yeah.
short but stocky.
Yeah, they are short, beefy guys. These ones are all in normal clothes, even though they're a little gritty looking.
I can still take you out.
But like, basically super nice clothes, but they're dirty. And they're
but
running an office.
High quality
Even if it's
mining gear.
even if that's
No, high
true.
quality normal clothes, because this is their
Oh.
clerical office. But you can tell,
Oh.
like, they've still been getting their hands dirty. There's dirt on these nice clothes. And
Even
it's
if
just a dirty
even if
office.
that's true, even if they like are like really strong, but like they're smaller than I am, so
Yeah.
like Baltramar like has no respect for that.
No respect. He only respects giants. And
I'm just kind of like looking down at them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Muscular
Well.
giants.
Yeah, I'd say it was a pleasure, but I'd be lying.
and I walk out.
he goes, "That makes two of us." He throws a cup of coffee at him.
Roll to hit me.
No, he's not throwing it at you. He's throwing it
Roll
at the
on
wall.
the
He just like smashes it. He just wants you out of there.
This is good.
So, yeah.
Very good.
So do you guys all leave? Any of you do anything else in there? Look around, anything? While you're there? This isn't a suggestion. I'm just wanting to know before we leave that somebody's like, "Oh God, I didn't
No,
do the
I'm
thing."
I will.
I'm all right.
Where are we going?
It's up to you.
To your mom's house.
Oh.
You have options presented.
Is there a way I can
How
send that
close
letter?
are the mines? Like, does it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or are they like dispersed?
Is there a way I can send the letter?
So there is kind of an old trail going down, winding.
Get out.
That goes to mines 1 through 4, and then 6, 7, and all the others are over here on the other side. They're right near the building where they've kind of moved up a little bit the hill. It's kind of a sloping downhill. Kind of looks like they've mined down, kind of strip mined, and then mined out caves from it.
Did he have any body language change when he mentioned 3 and 4?
He looked very agitated that Frank was asking about it, but he was trying his best to just remain calm and ask Frank
Only-
not to go there.
Am I? The only
Yeah, they
people
think-
within 10 feet of me, which would be
Yeah.
Frank and these two, I'm gonna be like, I think we should go look at 1 and 2 and slip on to 3 and 4.
Frank goes, "I don't think that's a bad idea. But do we go now or do we wait for him to wind down for the night?"
I'd say
Let's
wait to
wind
wind
down.
down.
I say wait to wind down for the night.
Because half of us are very sneaky in the dark.
Okay. They do have a general rest building. It's basically where the miners go. You guys are welcome to go there, or you're welcome to look around and go elsewhere. It's basically like a
I
cafeteria.
go take a rest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to heal up.
Is
anyhow.
there-
Short rest, because it's last time you gave us was like 4 or something.
Yeah, well, if you want to, well, they mine into the night, so you honestly could take like 6-7 hour long rest before they're done mining.
So they work past 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a long rest.
Yeah, you guys could
Yeah.
do long rest before you go out there.
Before I do,
Yeah.
I want to add on to the note that I'm going to send to say like what like happened at the mine, like the cave.
Gotcha. The status, the current financial status of the mine, what they're doing, and stuff you've gathered. Cool. I like it. Yeah.
You could probably send it from the mine. Like each.
Yeah, they have a
each
courier
city
station.
Has, yeah.
Wait, can I like just go ahead and send it?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. So yeah, you send it off to old Orkavici, and then you guys take a long rest. Anything else you want to do?
Fly, my birdie.
Fly! Oh, I'll go ahead and describe the courier system. So you go in there, and it's basically another one of their buildings, but there's kind of like a belfry type thing on top. You go up a staircase, and it's basically just a cage full of pigeons. These ones look a little beefier than the ones you're used to in the city. One of them is wearing.
Steroid. They're
pigeons?
So they
like
can
they're covered in
carry
dirt,
hard-
and one of them
carry
has like a little helmet on, and they all have little
Nah.
lights on their heads, so they can see in this area because it's darker. There's not street lights in this
Yeah.
area like the rest of the city.
That's funny.
So, yeah,
That is
Yeah.
pretty good.
they're like beefy, strong pigeons. They live in the rough area where there's not much food.
They
You got-
carry mining deposits all day.
Yeah, they carry mining samples back to the city. So yeah, you send your letter off. You guys go take a rest. Anything you guys want to do, or are you just going straight to rest and eat and just skip forward to the night?
Yeah, eat and rest.
Yeah, I guess eat, rest, skip forward, so we can kind of like, go in without being detected or in danger.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you guys start going down there. There is steel gate blocking the access to the mines as you go down this winding path. It's basically like two big stone walls with like a crevice between it that you're walking between.
Yeah.
Over to where this spot is just mined down with like 4 different mines on it.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you walk up to the steel gate though that's blocking this crevice before it opens up. There's a couple of dwarves there, and they look at you and they're like, "What business you got here?"
They're guards.
Is it nighttime now? Like
Yeah.
so
They just keep
yeah, I'm small.
lock it up at night so people won't come steal stuff, basically.
I'm small now. I'm small boy. I'm Knight
Small.
Baltramar.
So we're not inside the gate. They close the gates.
Yeah, they close it at night, but like they're there, and Frank looks at it. He's like, "Yeah, we got permission from the office." He hands them a piece of paper, and they say, "All right, mind your p's and q's. Stick to 1 and 2," and they open the gate.
Okay then.
I'm petting her and she's like meowing.
So yeah, you guys have access now? It's just a winding path down to 4 cave entrances. There's a bunch of equipment outside. What do you guys do?
Is there any by the equipment? Is there any of the acid? I want to be looking for that or anything.
You do see there's a wall partition kind of put up. It's very surprisingly tall, where it seems like they blocked off the front of 3 and 4. Like quite a wide area, not just solely the entrance, but it's like kind of a wall around it, like they've quarantined the area just to keep people out. You can't really see in there.
Is there any 1-inch gap?
Alright, yeah.
Or is it tightly secured?
No, there is some gaps. They basically put up metal posts and ran tarps from post to post to post.
Okay.
So there is like a spot near the wall and that where you can peek through if you'd like.
I want to peek in and see.
Okay. Yeah. So you peek through in there, and
Like, I want to be cautious. I don't want to go, hey, and then acid get
Yeah.
dropped on me.
You see plants everywhere, just overgrown, and there's a lot of large mushrooms, just vines and mushrooms, and it's almost covering the cave entrance.
Are the vines moving?
Nope.
I was making sure because we have the goblins.
No, it looks still and calm, quiet.
I
better.
want to exit out and look
Okay.
at Frank and go.
Oh, you actually went in. I thought you peeked to the gap.
Oh no, I did peek
Oh,
through.
so if you went in, you would have seen more. You would have seen a mining golem made out of stone and metal. One hand's a drill, the other hand's kind of a big, like the construction equipment that like goes down and digs with like the scoop.
Yeah.
Its other hand is one of those scoops, like where they shut on both
Yeah.
sides. It looks really, really bad. Like it went through something. It's got cracks in the stone parts. The metal's still holding strong. It's not moving at all. It looks like this is a piece of construction equipment they use in the form of a golem. But there is cracks on it, and there's little vines that are sort of ripped off and like stuck in the cracks. And then you see a bunch of
I wonder if
crates.
they're mining and either the acid got loose or they hit a pipeline.
So yeah, you just go back out and tell them, or
Yeah, I tell them everything I see.
cool, yeah. Frank's like, it's a little suspicious. It lines up with what we've been seeing in the city and our alchemists we turned in. Seems like this is where they were sending the stuff.
Yes.
Maybe a bit more than they can handle. So what do you guys do? Do you go in 1 and 2? Do you do something else?
Did it look dangerous?
Which ones were the ones that we weren't allowed to go in?
3
3
and
and
4.
4, which are cordoned off. That's where he just went and looked at
That
all
I
stuff.
peeked in.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to. You peeked in and there was like all the mushrooms and stuff. Do you relay that information?
Yeah, I told everyone.
Okay, so I'm like, well, that is quite the interesting predicament that we have here. So, I believe that we should try and make it inside while I'm in a state where I can be a lot more quiet.
Okay. You do see the guards on the top of the hill occasionally turn around and look back a little bit. They're just trying to see if you guys are going in one and two, like you said you were going to.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm hot.
Like we got I'll try to walk in 2.
Yeah.
The closest one to 3.
Okay. You walk in, and it's just a straight shaft down as far as you can see to a dead end, really, really, really far and really deep away. Just ores and crystals on the side, but they look like they've been pretty thoroughly mined.
I rolled for stealth. 25.
Okay.
18
but yeah,
plus 7.
that's what you see just from first glance in 3. It just going straight down, surprisingly deep. For someone that's already mined down below the surface in a giant cavern that's way below the surface and then started to mine, it seems strange to go down even more.
Yeah.
So that's what you see. You guys want to do anything in there? You're the only one that went in there, right? Or did everybody?
Yeah,
go?
I went into 2 just kind of to make
I
sure
was
that
going
they
in
knew.
3. That's what the stealth
Gotcha.
roll. I
So
wanted
yeah,
to get a deeper look.
You slipped away and they didn't see. They watched to make sure, though, that the other 3 of you guys went into 2. You're in 2 now. Do you look around, do anything while we're there? We'll start with 2. Eric and Presley, that's you too.
Just what do I see in 2?
It's very thoroughly mined. You see little bits of ore and crystals, but most of it's been mined down the sides, and it just goes deep.
Am I out of eye line of the gate guards
Yeah.
now? If I go back out through the cave entrance, will they see me?
You can try and sneak. It's dark and it's nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I don't know. You haven't said anything.
Okay, what do you do, Presley?
Hang on.
Well, I'm finished.
I think I'm going to try and use this Moonlight Masmia potion
Okay.
to become incredibly hard to find.
Yeah, if you use that, you basically get in there. What all is the effect say on the bottom?
So the effect says mostly silent through darkness. I get 60 feet of dark vision for 1 hour, and I get +2 to my stealth for an hour.
Nice. You don't have dark vision, do you, either?
No, I do.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you
think-
had it in your knife form. Either way,
I
you've got
do.
it now. If you do have it, you just add that amount to it. So you're going to use that? You down it?
Yeah, I can see
Do
120.
you chug? Is what he's asking.
Oh,
chug
do I
like-
have to drink the whole thing for the potion to take
Yeah, it's
effect?
a
Yeah.
one-use potion.
Okay, so I chug it down.
Okay, yeah, so you get the effect. You can keep it over there while you're using it just so you see,
Okay.
and then I'll take it up afterward. I'm
Okay.
going to have you roll a d20 for me.
Really? The dice are not in my favor right now.
Oh, you don't have to add anything to it, it's just a flat roll.
Oh, a 3.
Oh no. In the distance you hear,
No way.
it sounds very far away.
I forgot about that.
What is it?
It attracts like
It-
shit, like nighttime shapeshifters. Like,
It's possible it can attract a lycanthrope, yeah.
Oh,
Depending on
so
what
we're
you're
gonna
rolling. You roll
find
really
werewolves.
bad.
yeah, freaking tell me about it.
Yeah. But it sounds very far away.
About to go in dice jail.
So yeah.
Anyway,
The guards all start looking around, trying to figure out where that came from. Keep in mind, this whole entire quarry has a metal gate around the top. So you feel pretty secure, but the guards seem pretty preoccupied now, looking for where that came from. So,
I'm gonna with this new stealth. I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna try to get into mines 3 and 4.
Yeah, what is 3?
I'm in 3.
yeah, you do it, as far as I'm concerned, with that potion.
Cool.
I'll maybe roll stealth for me, with advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah.
Because
They are looking for that howl.
Oh, baby. That is a 23.
Okay. And Frank. Okay, yeah, so you guys make it. And you basically just pull up the side of the tarp, and you all sneak in, you just let it go, it goes back. So yeah, you guys are inside now. So exciting, make space.
Oh, the map appears. This is what I wanted to get to.
Yeah, this is what I was going to get to as well. I didn't expect some of the things that we did before this to go on quite as long as they did. But I
Yeah.
feel like we're still doing okay on time,
Yeah.
considering this is.
Yours, your
slow.
yours tend to run long anyhow.
I ramble.
So I don't really think it's that big a deal.
I try to make rambly adventures.
We're fighting the Yeti.
This is what you see. Keep in mind that this district is fairly close to the underground sea. So you guys are over on the edge near the sea. Kind of back on the map, you'll see.
Yeah. Kind of
So, yeah.
back on the map.
Yeah, on this section back behind the manor over
Yeah.
here, that's where the mines are, close to the ocean. So they can kind of bust things around the manor on a ship to the lift to get it out of there. So yeah, this is the ocean. That's their dock. You see there's the wooden crates I mentioned. Here's the golem. He is 100% stationary and inert.
So he's in 3.
Yeah, he's between 3 and 4. This is the entrance to 3 over here. 4 is down further down. The
So
vines
where-
have totally sealed off the entrance to that one.
Where are we right now?
I'm in 3.
Yeah, so you guys would have come in over here between the golem and the boxes, basically.
I just freaking threw my daggone. Take it! Sorry.
Yeah. Which
My
one do you
fault.
want to be, Presley? You want to be this guy? Yeah. Okay, that looks vaguely like a slender person. So yeah, you guys go in. What do you do? As you can see, there's a lot of mushrooms. There's a lot of vines. What I'll describe here, because I drew it pretty poorly because I'm no artist in this sense at all. Where you see the black, that is actually stone walls.
Okay.
Okay.
That doorway type shape is the doorway. There's vines on the ground.
Yeah.
Opening up
These
to
are
this
mushrooms.
cavern. This green is all a cavern with vines.
And these are pepperoni mushrooms.
Yeah, those are mushrooms.
Sick.
They look slightly like pepperoni pizzas with a stem.
I eat one.
They don't really. They're giant. They're giant red
Make a constitution
caps.
saving
Do you really bite one?
No.
Okay, I was worried for your mental health. But yeah, you see these large vines. The pavement is just cracked. Well, not pavement. The ground is cracked and ripped everywhere. Oh, you're gonna blind that poor cat.
I'm putting it over here. I'll try to see if she'll chase it.
No, I think it's too bright. I think you're just freaking her out. She is alarmed.
What do I see when I go into 3?
So you go in.
Yeah, I want to be cautious though. Like I want to, because I rolled 25 for my stealth.
Like, do you have dark vision?
Yes,
How far?
60.
Okay, and this is a very big cave. The other mine you saw was like a shaft going down. This one looks more like a natural cave that they mined into the front of and found while they started to mine. There's not much more than a door and then just a cavern. And you see overgrown vines everywhere, maybe a little rustling in the distance.
Rustling.
Yes, and you see every once in a while there's a little pew like sound and just a little spark of light near a mushroom, where it seems to be putting off glowing spores from the mushrooms.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. So you went in.
Do I see what is moving?
You can't make it out. It's very far in the distance. What do the rest of you do? Do you follow him in, or are you investigating outside?
Well, I've got 100 and... What was that?
Oh, that was tapping.
Oh.
ADHD is real. Sorry.
Let me see.
With the headphones on, it sounded so weird.
I will never do that again. Sorry. So yeah, what do you two do? on the
I have
outside?
120 feet of
Yep.
dark vision right now.
So do you go in as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
I walk over and like I'm
I
kind of
don't have
standing
dark
next to
vision.
Goo.
Frank is kind of just inspecting the golem.
yeah, you don't.
And then he goes in the entrance as well. Dalton already went in the opening.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
have
I follow. I follow suit.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens then. And do you guys... What do you do, Presley? Do you go in with them, or...
I try to follow them because I don't have dark vision.
Gotcha.
Just like I'm like feeling around the darkness.
Yeah, feel free to roll inspection to see if you guys want to look around the entrance here.
Inspection. He loves that inspection.
Did I say it wrong again? What is wrong with me?
Investigation.
Investigation. What'd you get?
16.
Okay, 16.
Freaking A,
What do you
dude.
got?
23.
What do you got?
A natural 1.
Okay, you will see there's strings of lights on the ceiling, but
Hate
the
my
vines have overgrown most of them, and only a few are poking out here and there, leading to a switch near the entrance.
Well, my majority of my investigation, I want to check out what's moving.
Okay, you
Want
still
you
see
stealth
something...
to not
attack me.
You see something rustling a bit in the distance. You can't make it out. You said you have 120 feet of dark vision right now?
Yes, I do.
You occasionally see, in the light from one of the mushrooms, something vaguely humanoid dash past quickly and keep going.
There you go.
And you also see what looks like some of the vines moving.
This is very alarming. Oh, I'm not big, Baltramar. This is very alarming. Seems to be something else here with us, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly uncomfortable with the situation.
It's Star Wars and the junk thing all over again.
We should,
Yeah, do you guys communicate to him? He's just in the dark.
Guys.
we should proceed with caution, is all I'm concerned.
Can you see me?
You did see a switch, by the way, with hooked up to the strands of lights. I said.
Do we?
Yeah, you
How
did.
far is it?
It's right near the entrance. But like I said,
so-
most of the lights are up in the vines, like totally covered. There's just one hanging down every once in a while.
But they're not on.
No, they're off. It's completely dark.
I'm going to take out my pistol
Yeah.
and just have it ready to fire if something would come.
Okay.
Me too, because I'm like scared. I'm like,
And I can't. So for his sake, our human back here, poor little human boy.
You can see the switch as well, but continue. Yeah.
Oh, where's the switch at?
It's right near the entrance.
Right near the entrance.
Now, you're welcome to
I'm
do
just
whatever you're
debating
doing too as
because
well.
if we turn it on, the lights do go on. The
I was-
guards might see it.
I was just gonna cast light.
Okay. So
Like,
you cast light.
I can cast light as a cantrip.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I was gonna,
what
like-
you do describe it.
Well, I'm gonna cause I can see Tony, Baltramar. He's just gonna walk over to Tony and be like, "Yeah, this might benefit you," and I just wanna like, what do you have on you? Like, what can I grab?
What's something you have that you can pocket real quick to hide the light?
you could.
Like, do you have do you have something small that I can cast some light on for you?
Got an apple.
Something easy enough to hide. Do you have an apple? Perfect. I want to take the apple from him and I want to cast light on his apple.
Okay. What do you do after you hand? Do you hand it back to him? or-
Yeah, because I can see.
Okay, so you hand him that light.
No, he keeps.
Now that you have that light, what do you do? Now that you can see.
You can see 30 feet now.
I'm good now. I'm gonna try to investigate.
Okay. Yeah. Roll
Here we
investigation for me.
Can I use the one that I already rolled a while ago?
Well, what'd you roll?
A 16.
Yeah. Now that you can see, you do see the switch. You see a little bit further out. You see a couple mushrooms. You see vines. But that's about all you see
Not
at this
too
point.
much.
I also will tell you all, just for brevity's sake, there's not many lights and they're pretty deep in the cave. No one would see.
I want to move up closer to them.
Okay. Well, you guys are in the cave now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using my stealth to slow. You said I can't see. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
using
can see
60 feet.
60 feet.
I want
of
to
just
get
mushrooms and
closer
vines. Okay. So yeah, you
to
move a
what's
little further up.
moving, but stay at a safe distance.
Okay. Do you go up at all?
I'm behind.
Yeah, I follow. I
Okay.
follow
So you
suit.
guys all go up. So you guys are kind of just in the dark. Frank's going with you. He's in the dark. You have a giant light on you. You hear to your right what sounds like the creaking of a massive tree, kind of like a redwood in the wind. And let's see here. I'm going to
Was cast
roll a
light.
Constitution save.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna die.
I think cast light was a bad idea.
Yes.
I just wanted him to see, okay?
Well, he's not.
you lights. Instead, you made him a target. What you got? 12. That is just enough to not pass.
Oh.
Just
You
not.
Got it. The way you said that
Got
is
him.
evil.
You feel a vine wrap around your foot. You see the apple fall to the ground. He's gone. And all you hear is, whoop!
He's gone.
Yeah, just whoop, gone
hear-
off into the distance. And, yeah.
And the apple's still there.
Yeah, the apple just fell to the ground. He dropped it. Like, a little bit. He got drugged a little bit before he dropped the apple, but it's not very far away.
Wow.
Is the vines attacking the apple? Or
let's
did
see.
they just attack him?
pulled up real quick. You also take 3 damage, Presley.
3 dragging damage.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you two do now?
I see him go off and I'm like, that might be a problem. And I'm like, Goo, did you happen to see what I just saw? Yes. I'm like, this is, probably more than we bargained for.
Alright.
Do we see like where he went in?
You just saw him get drugged.
Because we have dark vision, so we can see.
And I can see pretty
Yeah.
far.
He went. Like, full send.
Like down the cave.
down. Deep. Into this cavern.
I didn't know if like
So,
just right off the edge.
this is...
No, it was straight
like,
up
is this
fine,
the
just
extra
rugged.
cave?
I mean, there's another side to the map, but it's dark still.
So really, we're actually
Because-
like right here, because if this is
Yeah.
the entrance,
Yeah, you guys would be like in these first 2 lines here,
Yeah.
probably.
because we went in, that's the mine.
And,
Entrance.
Oh, I got you. I got
Presley's
you.
like, here.
Gotcha.
You maybe, actually you have 120, so I'll say you see a leg, and you see very thick vines.
I'm like,
About 100 feet away.
I believe we're going to have to fight some vines again.
Do you have any radiant?
I do have radiant damage. Like, because I'm still, like, just because my body size changes, my race is still the same. I'm still an Asmir.
Okay, Frank says, this isn't good. I think y'all should see this. And he actually walks on over and switches on the light. And you see not many lights come on, because most of them are so overgrown, there's no light. You just see an occasional beam of light all the way down through the back of the cave. And you just see a mass of vines with Presley's legs sticking out.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's got another side.
Entrance. I was waiting to show you all this half until,
It's a thing! Yeah, just go ahead and smack that mic
So-
around.
Yep, you're welcome.
So we're here.
You
and
see...
Presley
Yeah.
is
where's Presley?
right there.
Oh, this was the character I was using for one of them.
We're gonna see each square is...
Either Frank or...
Is 5, 5, 10. No, we're gonna say each square is 10.
Okay.
Because that's the only way this size works. Yeah, he's right there. And you just see beams of light. So you kind of see this area's lit up a little bit. This area's lit up a little bit. There's some cracks in the wall. The whole floor is covered in vines, and there's big mushrooms growing out occasionally.
You got
This is just a mass of vines.
Alright guys, you already know how this works. If you want to see this art, hit us up on that Patreon to see this battle map, to see exactly what we're talking about. $10 will get you the Tavern Keeps tier, $10 a month, and you get all of the behind the scenes footage, all of the battle maps that we draw, and you'll get to see all of that in real time as you're listening.
Not to mention, not that you've seen much of these, of the encounter yet, but every enemy that's going to be in the rest of the session, I have actual creature sheets for, with stat blocks, abilities. All of it's custom made, all of it is balanced, very similar to existing creatures in the game, but they all have their own flair on them and interesting new abilities.
suck.
I guess roll initiative, everyone.
Oh, baby.
Well, crap.
Yeah, dude, me and you both rolled 4s.
9.
Really? 7.
7 as well.
Did you get 3 as well?
Yeah. Baltramar has a...
couldn't you be Baltramar right now?
Well, I am Baltramar. I'm just teeny Baltramar.
You're a widow.
I'm sorry, I can't be a giant meathead.
Eric,
for
what'd you
all
have?
the time. Both of us had 7.
7. Okay. Who's got the higher...
Higher
initiative
dex.
Or dex, yeah.
I think we have the same.
I have a 17 in Dex.
Both of you
Same.
roll a d4 to see who's higher.
He goes.
So yeah, so me before Dalton.
Oh, I got a 9.
Okay.
You're gonna die.
Ooh. All right.
Let us do battle.
So top of the round is Frank, actually, for the first time ever, not going near the back.
We'll let this be Frank.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to put his piece out there. So just any piece works.
Yeah, we'll let that guy be Frank.
How the turntables?
Oh, how the turntables. Oh yeah, I forgot I switched to my rapier.
All right, he is going to fire into the massive vines holding you, not in the same section as you, off to the right side. In all reality, this mass of vines and wood and mushrooms is actually a large creature. So it is quite big.
It's alive?
It's large, and it's just moving vines and mushrooms, chunks of large bark in it.
Terrifying.
And yeah,
I should.
so he's gonna fire into it. Roll a hit. He does hit, and let's see here. Oh no, that's on you to get free. You have to roll a con save every time. Unless someone tries to cut you free.
Is it con or strength?
It is Constitution.
Oh,
That's interesting.
I just rolled for my con for my next turn.
There's nothing to fix that. It's not your turn.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it for now.
I know.
Let's see. Sorry, I've not really used many of Frank's abilities yet, because
Well, you better learn.
I had to dig his character sheet out.
Go on, get.
He uses what's called Violet Flame. Basically, he loads a magic bullet into his revolver and fires a shot. You see a purple plume of smoke and light come out of the end of the gun. And let's see.
Got some candy.
He deals 7 damage to it, and he also deals 1 poison damage to the target.
Sweet.
Oh, so we just literally
Yeah.
come in swinging.
So when
Basically.
when he hits this, you hear just groaning of wood just breaking, like the vines are slithering. It almost sounds like snakes moving,
Yeah,
just
that's
because they're
horrifying.
scraping together. And in response to this, out from behind some mushrooms comes a dryad. But
Oh.
this is not
no.
a normal dryad. This dryad, you can see, is covered in the same vines and mushrooms and barky growth as the main plant, as this cave, as the sewer goblins were.
What is it with you and
And it does not look normal at all. It looks very different.
I'm terrified.
Are you a
Already.
vegan?
Yeah.
You're in
Normally,
obsession with plants, right?
you dryads are intelligent creatures. You get no sense of intelligence from this.
Okay.
So it's like a zombie, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah, it has been. Looks like it's been totally overtaken. Next up is the dryad that has come out. Actually,
Nice.
How did you have to roll
Eh.
so low?
I know. I've been. Listen. Here's what's gonna suck. Is I've been rolling low this entire session, so which means when I start DMing the next session, I'm probably gonna roll crazy.
so it is actually going to use an ability called Cap-Covered Bark Skin on the Mycelium Mound, which is what I'm calling it. It's basically a mound, but with my own flavor text of a mycelium plant. That is actually going to just give it a small buff to its AC.
What's the mouth?
Great.
One of these mushrooms?
Yeah, so you just see more wood grows over this pile. And that concludes her turn. It is now your turn, Presley. So,
24 for con save.
yeah, so you have a sword or some kind of bladed weapon, right?
Switchblade, yeah.
Yeah, you pull out your switchblade and you just start hacking at vines. And you hear a,
That's the switch up blade, right? Doesn't it do something to it?
yeah, so, well, I was rolling an actual hit. I'm just flavoring
Oh, I
how
got
he
you.
gets
Sorry.
out of this bad boy.
Sorry.
So yeah, he cuts some of the vines, and you manage to fall out. So now you are right in front of this thing. You still have your movement, but your action was escaping. So you can attempt to book it from this thing, or you could try to fight, or anything else that you have up your sleeve.
Okay, yeah, I want to try to get back to them. So, I'm gonna use my movement, so.
Okay, so it is going to attack at this point for opportunity. So only move 1 square away from it for now. And remember, they're 10 apiece. So let's see. Switch back to the sheet.
moment of silence.
So it is going to use Mutilist Mangle. Basically, let's see here. If it hits, what is your AC?
15.
It hits exactly. And what that's going to do, let me get my dice out. I got too much stuff, not enough space. You take 5 damage, and go ahead and roll a con save.
Yeah, you are gonna die. That's what you deserve.
Good thing I have icon. Oh my gosh, I'm like God is watching over me. 22.
Yeah, you get covered in a poisonous sludge, but it sort of just slides off and you don't get poisoned.
Nice.
And yeah, so yeah, you're free to book it now.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I want to use the rest of my move. So 20, 30. I want to use action surge to dash. So
Yeah, I'll let you dash there. We'll say it took your bonus action to escape, just because I grabbed you before combat.
I wanna.
But yeah, that's all you can do, my friend. You out of sauce. You got no actions left.
You are out.
But you did escape, which is good because I was kind of worried you were gonna be just stuck there. Now, yeah, it's your turn, Eric. What do you do?
I just rolled a natural 20 for insight. I
Okay.
want to try to figure out what this thing's weakness is.
One thing you can tell is there's vines running across the entire floor.
Mm.
They're both linked to those vines. They seem to be traveling along the vines.
Who's linked?
The Dryad and the Mycelium Mound are both traveling along this network of vines, more so than just moving freely.
Okay.
That's all you can really tell with your insight. That, and they just not really much present. They're not instigating in any way.
They're not fighting?
Like, they're not talking, they're not...
Oh,
They
okay.
just seem to be shambling and attacking on instinct.
I want to, because I've got my pistol in
Yeah.
hand. I want to try and take 2 shots at these little mushroom things that are that are like nearby.
You want to shoot the mushroom?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a hit for me.
The one that I'm by.
Of course, dude.
Which one are you shooting? The one by them?
12 to hit.
And you shoot the one by Presley, the close one, or which one are you shooting?
The closest one to me.
Gotcha, so that would be that one right there by Presley. It explodes into a ton of spores. And let's see here.
Sorry, I didn't know it was gonna explode.
Why were you shooting?
Because like they're everywhere, so I was thinking it's kind of
Yeah,
like
roll another con save for me.
without metagaming. Or no, I'm not even gonna
Don't
metagame
worry.
at all. I'm gonna tell you in game. I think that the mushrooms might be its
14.
weak spots.
Yeah, you pass. Definitely. So you're good. You don't take any. Nothing happens.
Thank God.
The mushroom just sort of falls off the vine. And yeah, that's what happens.
That's it.
That is what
Boring.
happens,
I'm
yeah. You do see, however, that they've both taken notice of you.
Wait,
Okay.
so that
So before they were just
You
kind of mindlessly shambling, they're looking at you now.
They're aggro.
So with my
so you shot the mushroom for its weakness?
yeah, I thought that it would be like I kind of thought.
I didn't tell him it was
I kind of thought that no, that's what I thought. I kind of thought that the mushrooms would be
yeah.
like a weak spot, and if like
I
we
just heard
destroyed,
you rolled a natural 20.
if we destroyed all the mushrooms, yeah, I rolled a natural 20 on insight, and apparently a natural 20 on insight didn't give me much.
I mean, you learned how they move. I told you exactly where they could go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just kind of thought that the mushrooms might be a weak spot. Like if we kill all the mushrooms, they die, or like
I think
whole
it's the
thing.
opposite. I think it's the strongest. So if he had to make a save.
I don't know, man. That's just what I thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for today's program of the Windless City. Tune in next time to find out what happens between our brave heroes and the plants of the mines.